Let's make sure I didn't go live twice, because sometimes it does that. All right. All right, it shows exactly one instance of me being live. It is public. All right. So we should be good to go. I'm just gonna post my link to the video right here. X. There we go. Hello, everyone. How are you guys today? Sorry, I'm running a little bit behind. Basically had to clean up some mess. It took like 45 minutes longer than what I would have liked, or it took about 45 minutes, so I'm about 45 minutes. Oh, I'm not 45 minutes late. I'm just a few minutes late, but I wanted to be on time. Is the ideal of it all. Yeah, let's see. Good. So yeah, today we're just gonna be diving in to some React, some basic React, some shoe on head, some leaflit Asmongold stuff. I'm gonna pull up my stuff real quick on my cell phone. I always do, that way I can watch my my stream health there, make sure everything's good. Hi Cat. Cat's joining in. Hi Cat, I love you very much. And I forgot to do that. I should take a second. Should just take a quick little second. Oops, what am I doing? My videos. There we go. What? What is it, little baby? All right. And with that whole... Okay, I think I see what just happened. Oh, that's not what I wanted. One second, one second. And there we go. Just gonna say hello to everyone in chat real quick. I should probably bring this up. I can bring this up now. I can bring this up. There we go. Hi, child mine. Let's see. There's so many of me. And let's see. Check this out. Hi, child. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Everything's working well and as intended. Yeah, it's just kind of gross around here recently. Let's see. My roommate's dog's pooping everywhere. I'm having to clean that junk up. I have to talk about this one. Let's see, I have some other stuff already in line. Let's see. That I want to do. No, it's not my videos. Right. So I have it under a playlist. Watch stream. No. So that's okay. Let's see. Which one? Is it this? It can't be this. I might not have added it. Interesting.
Elhana.
All right, that's still fine. We can just go on history. We can go on history here. Oh, this guy. Yeah, why didn't I add this?
So this is probably...
I wanted to do this one first. Let's see. Reflecting pool, sealed off. Yeah, this is Warren Smith. Leftist tries to fight comedian for joking about Kamala Harris and black people. And why aren't you like... All right. Now this one is interesting because, again, it just seemed like you can't have any comedy about anyone or anything these days. Or you can, but it can't be about this race of people or that race of people. But again, it's jokes. It's just jokes. People should be allowed to make jokes about anyone, everyone. So let's get into this.
The best crash out I've ever seen at a comedy show. A woman who is black gets so offended by a comedian, she begins to cry.
No, a white person trying to make fun of black people.
See, now you're crying, and I was just trying to make you laugh.
No, don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And it looks like she's going to actually try and punch him before security intervenes.
No, that was the most racist joke ever.
And then it gets even better. The thing that actually sent her over the edge was him calling her Kamala Harris.
No, Kamala Harris.
You just can't make it up. Let's take a look at how this actually started, because it's actually a deep lesson here.
All right,
I give credit where credit is due. I'm probably the most pro anti-Trump comic out there. That mother.
You're not.
Shut the f up!
As a white guy trying to talk to black people.
I don't know why you would go to like a comedy show and then be offended at the jokes that are being told, especially if you know who it is you're going to see. Like, shouldn't you have some expectation of it?
Surely you're not saying a white guy can't talk to black people.
I'm not.
Bitch, no, you're not.
Yes, I wasn't.
No, you were.
You just tuned in.
Trying to.
So I'm assuming what she means is a white guy making jokes about black people. That's what's going to start this.
You were trying to.
For what? What are you upset about? It's not me.
No, and shut up. Any black person ever tried to laugh at his fucking jokes? No.
I think it upsets her that the people in the crowd are not taking her side, and they start to laugh at her a little bit.
Stop having fun, motherfuckers! I don't know who the f you're mad.
And again, like, I've seen some of these videos as well. Like, they make fun of anyone. It's not just black people they're making fun of. So if you're saying, oh, you can make fun of this race or that race, but not black people or whatever color you're trying to protect against these jokes, you're not really even helping anyone. What you're doing is just making it where people turn on you and turn on those people of colors. It shouldn't be that way, but that's what ends up happening. Like, and a lot of the times, like, these jokes are used to point out stereotypes and make fun of the stereotypes, not like the people who have these stereotypical ways of thinking.
But it's not me.
No, a white person trying to make fun of black people.
At this point, she actually starts crying.
See, now you're crying, and I was just trying to make you laugh.
No, don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
Now I'm gonna make fun. I was trying to be empathetic.
It wasn't funny.
It was not.
No. I don't care. You try to like laugh at that shit. That's
How dare I at a comedy club?
You have to subscribe to their way of thinking, and of course, if you don't subscribe to their way of thinking, you know, you're clearly wrong. Nobody's allowed to have any kind of different opinion or anything, of course.
bitch.
Why do you think I'm doing this for a living? You think I was a football player? I'm a bitch, god damn it. You're the first name going in my suicide note tonight. Have a good night, Kamala Harris.
And at this point, she looks like she's about to swing on him. This just sends her over the edge.
Now's the time I need you on my side.
No, that was the most racist joke ever.
She claims calling her Kamala.
Yeah, how exactly is that racist to call her Kamala Harris? Is it bad? Is that a bad thing to be compared to Kamala Harris, or is it a good thing? Like, how, like, is she against Kamala Harris that much? I mean, I can understand it if she is, but it's not racist to call someone Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris is the most racist joke ever.
No, I got like 4 more in the chamber.
No, Kamala.
Why would you go to one of these shows just to co-op them? And I was like, no, this is my show now. Like, the level of entitlement that would take is ridiculous. Like, why?
So this is probably the best crash out I've ever seen at a comedy show.
Wait, don't drop the scarf, man. That was $3 at Dollar Tree, man. Yeah, go pick up the gun she left under the chair.
I think what really upsets her is the fact that the audience just does not care about her being offended, and they're laughing as well.
No, y'all wanna laugh about?
I'm so horny for no reason right now.
Why is this relevant? Because this is the argument I've been presented by people like Brian Shapiro, that Steven Crowder is racist because he makes jokes about race.
jokes about slavery, which they've made on the show, which I'm not going to repeat the jokes that Crowder has made about slavery, and his co-host, Dave Landau. They've made jokes about slavery. And you could look me in the eye and say, oh, that's okay because he's just a comedian.
And ironically, Brian is talking about Kamala Harris here as well.
When he mocks Kamala Harris for being a fake black...
He might hate Kamala Harris. That doesn't mean he hates all black people for being black.
Ever since my debate with Brian Shapiro, I've been thinking about, is it racist for comedians to make jokes about race, like we're seeing in this video?
He sold it to me. Come on, these are all fun jokes. Everybody has a good time. Preach the cultural relations. It's very important. It's good. What's that?
He said you need to stop picking on people. Start doing real jokes.
I feel like none of these people have actually gone to a comedy event before. Like, why would you go to this and not know anything about the person you're going to? Again, and it's important to be able to have jokes, and these jokes especially, because a lot of the time they're ridiculing this way of thinking. Nobody's there taking it seriously. Like, yes, this is actually the way everybody thinks. No, a lot of the time they use jokes even to just create a kind of caricature of the type of stereotypical thinking that people usually do. And again, nobody's taking it seriously. Nobody's thinking it's like, yes, this is the way it ought to be. But then when you go here and start defending this, saying that you can't make fun of this person or that person, they're above being made fun of. It's like, again, everybody they'll just turn on you. Of course they will. And then that will create actual racists.
What? Now,
Because under his definition, all the examples we're looking at here would be racist. All these comedians are racist, and all of this comedy is wrong. So, quick question, how much control do you have over your money right now? Technology has changed everything, and now it's changing how money works. Crypto started as a niche, but now it's going mainstream. Faster payments, more control, and fewer middlemen. This isn't hype, it's just where things are going. And getting started today is easier than you think. With Rumble Wallet, you can buy Bitcoin, hard, dollar-backed stablecoins, even own digital gold, backed by real gold, all in one place. It's a non-custodial crypto wallet, which means you, not a bank or a platform, control access to your funds. Setup is simple, connects with MoonPay, so you can use your debit card, credit card, or bank account, and be up and running in minutes. And for a limited time, you can start your wallet with $10 in US stablecoin by downloading the Rumble Wallet and entering my exclusive promo code SMITH10 when you sign up now. You can even use your Rumble Wallet to support your favorite Rumble creators. So do this now, scan the QR code, click the link in the description, or go to wallet.rumble.com/Smith and download Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, enter promo code SMITH10 to get your $10 in US stablecoin USD. This is a limited time offer, so act now. Take control of your money. Get started with Rumble Wallet today. Terms and conditions apply. See the description below or visit rumble.com/promo official rules for details. If you water the definition down that much, it loses all efficacy, it loses meaning. I think it's a foolish game to play.
okay, look. I'm a person, you're a person. I'm talking about real shit. Majoring in math, did that. Palestinian Jewish roommate, did that. Family from Beirut, did that shit. This is all real shit, brother. This is all real shit. This is my life. You don't like talking about race? Or you don't like talking about race? Is that your thing?
It's the cheap way out.
It's the cheap way out, man. Well, you know what? Race is a reality to me, man.
Yep.
And we have a variety of these examples, but this one I think is extremely insightful.
We had the tube strike 2 days ago. Yeah. Oh, look how sensitive you all got to that. What's up? Brave 2 seconds ago. What happened?
They just go silent.
We like human rights.
Now the logical question before us is, how do you tie a tube strike to
That person is very brave, because they like human rights.
human rights? How are those related? And that is what the comedian pounces on.
For sure. I was talking shit about a metro train. Of course, it's a white chick, too. It's
So I'm not super familiar with it. I guess the metro train is the tube strike. So, like, I'm guessing the train is called a tube or something. Then the people on it going on strike.
I wonder what color her hair is. Take a guess. Pink and teal. Am I close? What is it? Brunette babe. Are you harassing me? Babe, are you assuming my gender?
And the same way that they say they don't want to be spoken to, of course they're going to go and speak like that to everybody else. Because they just don't have these moral standards. They don't actually believe in them. They'll say they believe in them, but of course they don't actually believe in them.
What are you doing? Are you? You want to get a drink later? What's up?
Comedians are allowed to play with the stereotypes we all know exist, walking that tightrope on what is acceptable, what's not.
I think what people lose sight of is the fact that these are just jokes, okay? What we say up here is not to be taken seriously, okay? You'd be amazed. Like, some people have the audacity to call me a racist when my wife is Mexican. It's like, how could I be racist when I'm married to a lower race? Why don't you answer me that?
So you have to ask yourself,
See, and that's exactly the thing, because it's obviously a joke. He doesn't actually think they're a lower race, and this is exactly what I was talking about, ridiculing that type of thinking. Of course he doesn't think that Mexicans are a lower race, but the joke is that's what other people think, and he's ridiculing that type of thinking. But there are so many people out there who don't understand that, and they'd rather get offended than try to understand. But it's important to be able to have jokes and not go around threatening people over jokes or trying to get them to lose their jobs or worse, their lives. And we have to have this ability in society. We can't just go around canceling people for their thoughts and for their jokes just because we don't like it. And of course, these people, so many of them, just want everything to capitulate to their way of thinking. Okay, that's a bot. Clearly a bot.
you really think
Let's see. 1 second. Gotta see. Can I block this guy? There we go. Sorry about that. Had a bot there.
this guy who's married to a Mexican believes Mexican people are an inferior race?
Attacking
Exactly.
somebody for their race is
gotta
exactly what racism
You
is.
see that you're weaponizing this term attack,
I'm
which
not
is a leftist tactic.
Again,
Claim that any, like, what is an attack? You can't
all
even
right,
tell
well, that
me
would be
if
like
something
me
meets
saying
the
you're using
standard
the,
of an
okay,
attack.
well, if you want to play that word game with me, Warren, I'll do the same to you, okay? You can play word games with me, Warren, but this is when I get
word
frustrated with you. When you attack somebody because they're Asian and you attack their physical appearance, that is the definition of racism. When
How
you
did he attack someone? That's not an
did
attack.
you not just hear what I just read? Go answer the question. When he attacked
See, and the reason why he's making this distinction is because so many times you'll have people who correlate these words to violence. They'll say it's an attack. They'll say it's violence against these people when it's not violence. It's just they're making jokes, they're having fun, but nobody's actually attacking them. But it's because so often people want to say that words are violence when they are not. And then they try to use that as justification to harm these people, whether by making them lose their jobs or worse, doing something to them physically in real life or harassing them in real life. And it's just not justified. So you have these people going around promoting this kind of ideology where it's okay to hurt people over something that they were offended over.
attacks a woman because she's Asian and attacks the look of her face.
How's that an attack?
You want me to read the quote again? Do I have to read it again to you? Warren,
So he's making fun of someone. How's that an attack? He's a comedian.
why is he making
Comedy
fun of them?
show.
Because of their
Because
look?
he's a comedian.
But to try and point any of this out, according to many people out there, is a defense of racism.
This MAGA right-wing tactic of defending racism and attacking brown people, you're doing it right now. If you want to play that stupid worm game with me, because you're not smarter than me, okay? I think you're a smart guy, but you're not smarter than me. You might think you are, but you're not. And the fact of the matter is that if you're going to use these stupid word games, that's a leftist tactic. You're doing a rightist tactic. You're doing a MAGA right-wing racist tactic in defending the indefensible.
Or perhaps
See, so, and it's been said many times that, and like, I don't like to perpetuate stereotypes, but it does seem to be happening here that so much of left-wing controversy is people on the left pretending not to know what people on the right are saying. Now, I don't know if this guy genuinely doesn't know what Warren Smith is trying to say or if he's just pretending, but that seems to be so much of the controversy is just they pretend or not to know. I do think a lot of them pretend not to know that time he might actually not realize the difference of what Warren Smith is saying between like attacking him. He might not be picking up on the fact that so many people use this as rhetoric, saying that words are violence. Maybe he doesn't realize that. I don't know. But that's what's going on here.
I'm defending something deeper.
You're mad? That's okay. You know what the cool thing about it in America is? Free speech isn't the speech you like. Nice stuff's not what needs to be protected. It's the stuff that you hate that needs the protection so that somebody like the government or you doesn't get to decide what everybody else gets to hear.
Okay. Exactly. And again, just so much of it is oh, my voice is already getting a bit scratchy. 1 second. And so much of it is one side believing that if they're offended about something, then it shouldn't be said, it shouldn't be done, it shouldn't be had. But there's no room for debate about it because they believe that violence is the key to solving it. Now, I'll say, anytime that people try to censor people in this fashion of, oh, I'm offended by it, therefore it shouldn't be said, like, I'm not going to be for that, whether it's on the left or on the right. But so many times, at least for me personally, I've seen it so much more on the left, but I don't think it really has a place anywhere, because then everything just gets censored. Nobody's allowed to say anything, because just about anything is potentially offensive. Let's see, what is this? No, I actually have not seen this. Let's see.
Omar. Another person that should be deported.
Oh, it was Ilhan Omar? Okay.
So is this the, yes, I
assimilated all the way to Congress. This idiot still tells me to go back to where I came from. Again, it seems like it's completely fine to say, to call other people idiots if they don't like them.
assimilated all the way to Congress and this idiot tells me to go back to where I came from. Yeah, that's like saying that I assimilated inside of the 7-Eleven whenever I broke the window. Like, yeah, yeah, the raccoon assimilated into my house by, getting through the drywall and living in my attic. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, I think kind of the point he's trying to make here is that because Ilhan Omar is someone who doesn't like America, she's someone who doesn't like our ways. She hasn't assimilated, rather she's come really to infiltrate and then cause division and to change pretty much how America and Americans live. So she doesn't want to assimilate. She wants to make America more like her home. I forget exactly where she comes from, but I do know she immigrated. I think it was Somalia. Let's look that up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, so she did come from Somalia, which is kind of crazy that, now, you can't become president if you're born somewhere else, but you can hold office elsewhere if you're born somewhere else. And this is a lady who has no love for America, but rather she wants to come in here and make America more like Somalia. She has said on stage publicly that her first interest is to the Somalian people, and that is where she is serving and who she is serving, which, if you are an American representative, that shouldn't be the way it is. And I think that should be the way for every country. If you're a Chinese representative, if you're a Somalia representative, you shouldn't be thinking about other countries first. You should be thinking about your own countries first. Otherwise, why are people voting for you? It shows that you have no allegiance or love for that country or the people who live there. If your allegiance is towards another country. It does not make sense.
Okay, right. You haven't assimilated. Oh, here we go.
And you see, she's assimilated so well, that's why she's speaking not English here.
Our president, the president of Somalia. Our
President of Somalia. So as an American representative, she's talking about the president of Somalia. Our president, the president of Somalia. I'm very honored to have the chance.
Oh, here we go.
That our president, president of Somalia. That's not our president. I don't think my president is the president of Somalia. Why is she speaking about our president and then mentioning the president of Somalia? What does he have to do with our president? Well, whether you like it or not, if you're an American, your president is Trump.
The president of Somalia. Isn't it crazy that that this is an American representative, and
I'll say right now, like, this person definitely should be deported. I don't like controversy. I don't like getting up mixed in with drama or whatever. But if you're saying that your president is the president of Somalia, then go work for him. I mean, I guess technically she is, but she's working for him over here in America, and we shouldn't allow that. Why should we allow that? No, of course we shouldn't.
she's talking about how her president is a foreign president. Isn't that insane?
Let us give him a warm welcome, Minneapolis. The president and I have a special relationship. I doubt she's talking about Trump when she says that. 1 second. Yeah, I really doubt she's talking about Trump.
Uh-huh. Deport? I know.
And he calls me his girl. This is not any kind of relationship any of our representatives should be having with any foreign presidents. Like, this is insane. Why are we allowing this? That is truly just absurd.
That's crazy. What the fuck is she even saying?
Welcome to your home. Our home is your home. No. No, it is not. Somalia is his home. Somalia is his home. We should be welcoming. Here's the thing. As a Christian, I think Christians should be welcoming, but that doesn't mean that this is their home. This doesn't mean that this is their place to rule and govern. We have laws, we have borders, and we have that to protect the innocent, to protect the weak. But if you have people coming and infiltrating and weakening that to hurt and harm the weak, the innocent, the helpless, then that's not something that we should tolerate. Again, they can be welcome here, but it's not their home. They're still the guests. They're guests here.
Who cares?
And again, he's not our president. He's not her president, or he shouldn't be. So, clearly a foreign operative. Like, why are we even allowing this?
Isn't this crazy that Americans are putting up with this?
Right?
It's really insane.
Uh-huh. No, it's not. Somalia is not our home. I want to go back to this. Yeah, Somalia, not our home. I don't live in Somalia. Who is she talking to? I thought she was talking to Americans. Somalia is not our home.
Somalia
is home to all the people gathered here. No, it's not. America is. And the fact that she can't see that is just insane.
Somalia is our home. That's the problem.
That we allow it is insane.
It's home to all of the people gathered here. We do not feel that it's that far from us. I think that we should make sure that you're right. We always think about Somalia.
Why? I don't think about Somalia. Not always. I mean, I think about it in times like this and how people from Somalia who want to subvert our country and make it submissive to Somalia shouldn't be in any kind of position of power. I think about it then, but that's about the only time.
Man. That's really great assimilation, isn't it?
Truly.
Would she get deported already?
laakiin hadda gabar Soomaaliyeedaan ahay.
I'm a Somali girl, born in Somalia.
Somali citizenship
I do not need Somali citizenship. Well, wait a minute. You don't need Somali citizenship.
But you need American citizenship.
Because Somaliland wants to extradite you and kill you for the sins of your father. That's the reason why you don't need the citizenship, is because they would kill you. Because he genocided and killed a bunch of people over there. And
yeah, and so for those of you who might not know the backstory, that is what happened. He was I believe, some kind of ruler over there, and their family was exiled or on the run pretty much because they were committing a genocide, quite literally a genocide over there, and they were defeated. Her family was defeated, so she was on the run to leave and get away from that situation. She was a refugee here, and then she came over here to subvert America, get in a position of power, and then submit parts of America to Somalia, which is entirely messed up. That's definitely a way to show gratitude, huh?
And then you moved to America and changed your name?
1 second, I have to let my cat out.
It's in my blood. The people I share my culture with.
So she's assimilated so well that she still shares her culture with Somalians. Not Americans, but Somalia.
They are the people I have compassion for.
marka aan dhagta u dhigayo ama aan raadinayo wixii Soomaaliya ka socdo iyo waxay ku hagaagi lahayd
so that I can do something and fix it. It's not for you to fix. You're not a representative of Somalia. Again, it's just so obvious. So obvious what's going on here, and that we allow it to happen is just entirely insane.
To Somalia so that I can do something and fix it. You want to fix the problems in Somalia. Man.
Oh, cat's back.
I hope that we can get far as long as I am in Congress.
waxyaalo badan aan isla qabano waan ogahay aniga mas'uul weyn inuu iga saaran yahay wadankii aan ku dhashay oo
oh my gosh.
If it was up, let me finish it, right? Let me finish.
To help the country I'm from.
If it was
that's not the reason why she's here, or it shouldn't be. She shouldn't be here to help the country she's from.
Let me finish it, right? Let me finish this. I'm an American migrant.
I'm a Somali girl that was taken from her country, that misses her country, and wishes to live there.
U.S. Congress, but I'm a Somali girl. A girl with your lineage, a girl with your language, a girl with your religion. That was taken as a young child from her country by her genocidal father who was fleeing war crimes and conviction from being killed for killing a bunch of people in that country. Yes, that's correct. That misses her country and wishes to live there. Oh, look, the audio's breaking again. What a
I mean, she could still just go and live there. Nothing's stopping her. Nothing stopping
Prize. This is great.
Lila waxaan rajaynayaa aniga iyo
Oh, I can
ilmahayga
fix it by doing that.
in aan hadde ku barbaariyo iyagana ilmahooda ay ku barbaariyaan dhulkii aniga aan ku soo koray taasna haddii ay suurtagelayso waa hadda shaqo badan inaan wada qabanaa hadduu ilaahay yidhaahdo
There's a lot that we need to work together to make our land a more stable and prosperous place.
ay dareemi karaan oo ay arki karaan oo ay ka wada
Our
faa'iidaysan
land.
karaan.
I'm sure she's talking about America,
America,
guys.
yeah.
I'm sure she means America.
She's talking about America. Don't worry, guys. She's definitely talking about America.
dowladda Mareykanka waxay ka qabanaysaa wixii annaga
Sleep in comfort knowing I am here to protect the interests of Somalia from inside the U.S.
Oh my
system.
God.
aan dhahno dowladda Mareykanka qabo.
The answer to Somalians was that the U.S. government will only do what Somalians in the U.S. tell them to do. Oh my gosh. This should be concerning. Like, we shouldn't just be serving the interest of other nations. What about the interest of people here? Should people in Somalia be making sure that Somalia only does what America wants it to do? Should the representatives of China make sure that China only does what America wants it to do? No, they should be taking care of their own people. Somalia is not going to take care of Americans.
soonidaas inaan isku qabno annaga Soomaali haddii aan nahay.
They will do what we want and nothing else. That is an invader. Like, that's what Genghis Khan did to other countries when he invaded them. When he invaded other cities, other countries, it was so they would do what he wants and nothing else. When people invade another country, it's so that they do what that country wants and nothing else. They must follow our orders, and that is how we will safeguard the interests of Somalia. That is completely asinine. This is why we say that she is an invader. This is why we say that her voting bloc are invaders. Because how else are you supposed to view this? How else are you supposed to view this? Like, I'm open to discussion. If someone has another way we're supposed to view this, feel free to tell me. Feel free to answer.
They will do what we want and nothing else. We Somalians must have confidence in ourselves. We live in the U.S., pay taxes in the U.S. Well, not really though, right?
intii aniga aan Congress joogo wadanka Soomaaliya biyaheeda
Somalia will never be in danger. Its waters, the Indian Ocean, will not be stolen by Ethiopia.
dad kaleeta iyo badeed.
What does Ethiopia have to do with this? We're not Ethiopia. Why should we have anything to do with Ethiopia or Somalia? I don't think we should be giving any funding to Somalia at all. Not if they're going to come here and send their people to invade us like this.
We have literally imported African blood feuds into America. Isn't that insane?
kala ma qaadanayaan.
Oh my God.
wadanka Mareykankana kuma taageerayo dad kaleeta
Wait, what?
qaadanayaan.
Oh my God.
The U.S. would not dare to support anyone against Somalia or to steal our land or oceans. Oh my God.
wadanka Mareykankana kuma taageerayo dad kaleeta in annaga ayna dhacaan.
Sleep in comfort knowing I am here to protect the interests of Somalia from inside the U.S. system.
Is this real?
Yeah. Because she's an invader.
seexda waabteed
They need to play this more. They need to talk more about this. Like, this.
Donald Trump needs to play that exact video on blast right before deporting her.
I mean, this person's so clearly and obviously not an American.
waa qof cadow sare
When a Somalian person becomes an
dadkaasoo
enemy,
kaleetana
they're a serious one.
magaaladayna
Let's see, Ilhan Omar went into a full rage, lashing out after other Somalian clans refused to back her clansmen, Fateh, and instead voted for Jacob Frey, calling for rival clans to be expelled and pushed out, especially since they were translating her Somalian-speaking videos to the American audience. Minnesota politics are turning into Somalian primitive clan wars. Why should we care about their clans? Why should this be any part of our rhetoric or debate or political discussion about which Somalian clan is getting voted into office? This is horrendous.
There are people like that living in our country, city. Some of us try to dismiss it, saying, "Oh, that person talks too much. They don't know anything."
You know exactly the kind of people I'm talking about, don't you?
No, exactly what people I'm talking about. You sat with them at Starbucks.
You know who I mean. You've seen me.
We will never gain power and move forward as Somalians as long as these people live among us, and we don't kick them out. And we.
Who are you to kick anybody out? You are an invader to this country, wanting to and demanding that we kick out other people. Oh my goodness. This is treasonous. What the heck?
We don't kick them out. The same people, Somalians, we tried to defend, they're the ones who want to see us in jail and spread lies about us, making videos claiming that we said things we never said. So these are the same people.
No, they very clearly said these things.
The people that they want to kick out of the country are the Somalians that they disagree with. Isn't that funny?
Very
it's kind of ironic.
That's so
Is this the learning center guy next to you? No, but I'm sure he's in the crowd. We're doing our job, defending you, the Somalians, protecting this country, creating laws. Oh my God. Who work to block and undermine Somalians in a country from gaining power and having influence.
So remember, we need to have the correct Somalis in here, according to Ilhan Omar. The ones that will vote for her, not against her. We need to import a bigger voting base for Ilhan Omar. That is a disgusting sentiment.
There's one more. That's not what assimilated means. No, it's not. If it was up to me, and this is the guy...
I would argue that I never did care, but I'm Islamophobe. You're going to call us some name that we just don't want to get into that fight. You know what? I would argue that I never did care, but I'm done being careful, even the least bit careful.
This is the guy.
And I don't really care where you come from, but if you come to this great country,
I do.
You have to understand you're coming here to be an American.
Exactly. See, I agree with that. Like, it doesn't matter if where you come from, but you have to be supportive of this country. You can't come here to subvert it and make it a slave to your own country's whims. You can't come here to hurt the people here so that people in another country can thrive. No, that's not why you're coming here. If you're coming here, it's because you want to be here, because you like being here, not because you want to be here to make it more like another country back home, like Somalia, etc.
That's right.
That should be common sense. That's not even something that's hard to think about.
And they're not.
We celebrate everyone's culture. We're happy with that, as long as you are an American.
I don't celebrate everyone's culture. Again, these people are over here having clan feuds. Some of these people, they really do have just really bad cultures where it's okay to hurt people. It's okay to do horrendous things that I probably can't say to women and children. People do have that culture. Some people do have that culture where it's okay. Like, what we have laws against here in America is just Tuesday for them. How is that an acceptable culture? I don't celebrate that.
Celebrate your culture. I don't care. Italian, Polish, Somali. Okay? But they don't assimilate. And if they don't assimilate, then they should go the hell back to where they came from.
Thank God.
Sorry, Ralph. I know this is a family show. I can't help myself today. Yeah.
Oh my God. We gotta have more of this. We gotta have way more of this. That's legal, reasonable immigration. Yeah, and also, like, there's another component that I think that the way that people talk about immigration is it's flawed. And I think that people talk about it inside of a frame of reference that's defined by people that want you to lose, because it's the implication and insinuation that immigration is a net positive and that you have to have immigration. Like there's some sort of obligation for you to have immigration.
Yeah. Obviously, immigration isn't just inherently good. It can be good, but it can also be very bad and detrimental if you're importing the wrong people. There should be a high bar, a high standard, rigorous criteria that has to be met before you can just come over and immigrate here. Because otherwise, you will hurt people, you will hold people down, you will be a strain on society and not a blessing to them. So there should be a certain criteria that has to be met to make sure also that the people here are still safe when you come here. Because we have had people come here who are bad actors. We have had people like Ilhan Omar come here who wants to subvert America and make it more like Somalia instead of actually helping Americans.
There's not. You have no obligation to do that. There's no reason to have that happen. Guy's a piece of shit. He co-wrote a bill that made it easier for them to send money out of the country for Somalia. Yeah, I'm sure he's not perfect either. I don't know, but I'm just glad to hear something that I agree with. I mean, that doesn't mean I co-sign everything this person's ever done or said, right? I mean, duh. So anyway, yeah, if it was up to me, people like her would be on a boat back to Somalia on the first day. Right? You literally like go in the middle of the night, round them all up, put them on a boat and send them all back. And that would be the end of it. I don't know why we're not doing that, honestly. I really don't. It's so annoying. That's kind. Yeah, just do it in midday. Well, I mean, do it at night. It's easier. It's harder for people to respond to it. Why pay for a boat? Let them swim. Well, I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. I say send them back, right? That's it. And why is Trump...
Socialist civil war is brewing for the Democratic Party. Moderate House Democrats are warning that they're prepared to fight back if incoming socialists try to take over the party. This much, it's already too late for the Democrats. They have been heavily infiltrated. The socialists are already taking over. The old Democrats are gone.
Allowing this because there are not enough people like me that are willing to accept what the other solutions are. That's the reason why. It's very annoying. She closed the replies. Of course she did.
Wait, parents charged with ending their son's life as they say their 70-year-old son perished weighing 255 pounds. Ooh, that is a failure on the parents' side. What in the world?
Because I think these people realize that their days are numbered, living in America, hating America, subverting America, taking advantage of America. And I think that more and more Americans are waking up, and Europeans too are waking up. And
I really hope it's not too late for the Europeans, man. I think they were a little bit too late. I hope not. I hope they're able to get back on their feet. Because what's happened over there in Europe is also just truly horrendous.
I mean, this goes as far as Japanese as well. Canadians, Australians, I think at different levels. People are waking up to this and they're seeing that actually no, these people don't assimilate. And what are the probabilities that these people that come from these problem countries are a problem anywhere they go? Like, where are the highest crimes of these people? Like, in a lot of these countries, the same countries with the same migrants have the same problems everywhere, whether it's France, whether it's Japan, whether it's San Francisco.
And their problems don't change. They don't just change overnight because they migrate somewhere else. They're going to be the same mindset, They're going to be the same way, no matter where they are, whether they're in Somalia or over here in America or France, or Britain. It doesn't matter. And then, of course, because they're still the same way, they bring their problems with them. And they hurt others and hold them down, and then those places are hurt en masse as well, and it just brings down the overall value of life in those places. Innocent people end up suffering for it.
The same people causing the same problems. That's it. If you let them stay, they'll just bide their time until they see another chance to behave like this. They need to go. I think so, too. They have no country to flee to. They've been banned from every country because of their behavior and culture. Well,
it doesn't matter. They can't stay here.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
Right?
Yeah, that sucks. Damn, that's too bad. Please watch Tyler's Ireland video today. I might. I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't seen a lot of these because they're dumb. Yeah, I guess so. And yeah, Uwe Boll is teasing a new movie. I guess so. I haven't seen it. Every year they wait. They have more babies. Yeah, I mean, they have more kids, and that's more people that you're going to have to deport. And then it becomes more annoying. It's logistically more complex. And so the sooner that you do it, the
Soda explains why he's putting Akari pre-allegations in the B tier of his top streamers.
better you do it, right?
Man, that is crazy. Just what's going on in America, what we're allowing in our politics and our as politicians. My goodness. Let's see. There's this. What did? Watch this. Oh, this is good news here. Let's see. Now, it's not final. I think they're trying to appeal this, but this is really good news here.
The ringleader of the ambush at the Prairieland ICE detention facility was sentenced to 100 years in prison.
7 other defendants received sentences ranging from 30 years to 70 years. Fox 4's Lori Brown live at the federal courthouse in Fort Worth with the latest.
Guys, this is exactly what needs to happen. We can't just let people terrorize others, harm them, and try to end the lives of others, and then just let them go free. I am so glad that they're finally getting charged, finally going to prison, finally seeing some consequences. Now, I hope that none of these are overturned, because I think they're trying to appeal it. So hopefully they still stick, and there are some real consequences for these people who have been harming and trying to end the lives of innocent people.
Lori.
Heather, Acting U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche said in a statement that these sentences make it clear that terrorists who threaten law enforcement as well as federal facilities will face swift justice. This all happened July 4th. Last year, the group of protesters set off fireworks that damaged buildings and vehicles at the ICE detention center in Prairieland. Alvarado Police Lieutenant Thomas Gross responded to the report of vandalism. When he arrived and began issuing commands, Song can be heard on body cam video yelling, "Get to the rifles." Prosecutors say,
I wonder how you have to be raised in order to wind up like this. I just don't know what went wrong with these guys' upbringing that they think it's acceptable to have this kind of behavior. Like, what even went on in their lives? And now they're finding out. They messed around. Now they're finding out. Hopefully, people will see this and learn from it and not do the same thing, but we'll see.
He then shot Officer Gross in the neck. Gross survived and returned to active duty.
So this person shot another man in the neck, trying to end his life, and thank God the person who was shot lived. I hope he makes a full recovery, but this cannot be tolerated. And under Joe Biden, under Kamala Harris, this wouldn't only be allowed, it would be promoted. It would be acceptable, the right thing to do. So I am grateful. Like, I don't agree with everything Trump does, but it's still far better than what it would be like under Biden or Kamala Harris. I wish there were people who just did all the things that I like, but we'll never find that. So you have to find things that you agree about with people. So thankfully, Trump's in there and not Kamala Harris right now.
Called the attack an ambush orchestrated by Song. They say that he and other participants are members of the far left movement known as Antifa. Defense attorneys argued there was no ambush and that the event was intended to be a peaceful protest to show support for immigration detainees.
It's a completely peaceful protest where, people just happen to have firearms and people tend to get injured in their neck and almost perish, peacefully.
The case marks the first federal indictment involving Antifa-related domestic terrorism charges. Attorneys for Song and Zachary Evans spoke with us right after the sentencing. They said that they believe politics influenced the length of the sentences. They range from 30 years to 70 years for the 7 co-defendants and 100 years for Benjamin Song.
Mr. Song.
But here's the thing. The reason why they're acting out this way and trying to harm people is because of their politics. So I don't care. I don't care, because these people are who are going on the offensive and hurting innocent people are influenced by their politics.
Aside from this day, has an impeccable life, you know, a former Marine, a good student. He had a lot of good qualities that were just ignored. And
who cares?
The judge went ahead and gave as much as he could.
Judge Pittman said in the trial, which it stands out to me because it's one of the few things I agree with, that the government might just as well have called it I think he said the Methodist Women's League of Weatherford, for all of the impact it had on this trial. So this wasn't about proving that there's an Antifa or that any of these people are in it. It was just, in my opinion, a dog whistle to give certain people in Washington, D.C. what they want to hear.
Acting ICE Director David Venturella said in a statement, the sentences handed down today send an unmistakable message. Attacks on federal officers and facilities will not be tolerated. The men and women of ICE serve with integrity and courage, often in challenging and dangerous environments. The calculated violence carried out by these Antifa cell members at Prairieland was an assault on law enforcement and an attack.
The only thing bad about this is that they're just now doing anything about it. This has been going on for far too long, and something should have been done much sooner about it. The fact that we're only now actually stopping these acts of terrorism that's what's truly horrible here.
On the rule of law itself. Nearly 1 year after this cowardly act, justice has prevailed. And general federal sentences do not allow for early release with parole. Attorneys for the defendants told us that they plan to appeal the sentences. That process will likely take 2 years.
2 years to appeal it. Oh my gosh. I hope they're in prison the entire time that is happening. Let's see. Where did my playlist go? Oh, it's here now. Let's see. No, this.
They released additional body cam from Henry Nowak case. Newly released police.
So Henry Nowak is the guy who was accused by someone of hurling racial slurs and stabbed 5 times, and he perished on the ground after the police officers handcuffed him for being stabbed. So that is that. 1 second, my cat. Oh my god, he's frozen. Oh, somebody help me. 1 second. Gotta get him back. Gotta revive him. Gotta use my full heal. There's a little damage there, but we'll get him back up. There we go. Got that Phoenix down. Okay.
Body cam from December 3rd, 2025 shows Vikram Digwa murdering 18-year-old student Henry Nowak, falsely claiming Nowak assaulted him and racially knocked off his turban. Officers responded sympathetically to Digwa.
Okay, so even now it's saying that he falsely claimed that he assaulted him and racially knocked off his turban. So it appears even these initial claims were false. According to this report, officers responded sympathetically to Digwa, reassuring him without handcuffs. So remember, they handcuffed the guy who was on the ground dying, but they did not handcuff the guy who caused that to happen.
Assuring him without handcuffs, while earlier video captured them dismissing Nowak's pleas as he bled out from a five stab wounds. Okay, let's watch this. It's the face of Henry Nowak's killer.
Pushed my turban off my head, started grabbing my uncle's hair, so I'm a senior. And he started grabbing on my hair, started dragging me around. And obviously from there, then obviously altercations happened. My brother's on scene and stopped it, and that's when he then started stumbling around, started climbing around all these sort of bits and bobs.
He was stumbling around.
And obviously from there, then obviously altercations happened. My brother's on scene and stopped it, and that's when he
stopped it. How exactly did they stop it?
Then
and he was stumbling. Why was he stumbling around?
Stumbling around, started climbing around all these sort of bits and bobs.
He was stumbling around.
So literally, I saw him from there, from the get-go. From there, I saw, look, mate, you clearly are obviously drunk. I said to him, carry on.
You are obviously drunk. No. No.
Your day. He said that, and then he started just escalating the situation, calling me up and all this sort of stuff.
As Digwa claims racism, attempts to save Henry Nowak's life are underway nearby. But it's the glare in Digwa's.
So basically, while he's giving this testimony, right now, they know what's happening, and they're apparently trying to save him. Though it didn't really look like that they tried to save him very hard in the other videos that I've seen.
Eyes from 99 lights that seem to be bothering him.
So you turn the flashes off, sorry.
We can't, I'm afraid.
Is it over here then, so it's not too much in my eyesight? So this is when he got me in the face a fair few good times as well.
So you've had an altercation with this guy?
Yeah.
Digwa never mentions that he stabbed Henry Nowak multiple times. Later, when asked by a police officer about a cut on Henry's face, he is evasive.
Do you know how he's got that wound then? How's he got that wound?
What wound, sorry?
Well, you said he's got blood on him. How's he?
It must have been when we punched him, but he did fall over here, so he was climbing all over these bins and stuff like that.
Oh, he fell down and hurt himself.
Then he fell over and then landed onto that car.
Okay.
Oh. Video time code suggests Henry had stopped breathing 13 minutes earlier, so he's dead.
So he already knows what's happened, and he's still just talking to him like this.
Dead at this point. Just before midnight, an officer wearing the body camera makes a decision.
Okay, mate, right. This is really important, okay?
This is really important.
Listen to how sad he sounds. Guys, listen, this is really important. The time now is 11:55.
The time now is
I'm sorry,
11:55.
man. I'm so sorry.
Okay, it's important, mate. All right, at this time.
It's important, mate. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but please listen. I do have to arrest you.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of attempt murder.
Okay, look, I'm so sorry. When on the other side of that fence, there's someone who was stabbed 5 times, and they did not hesitate while he was on the ground. Literally, his life was on the line, and they handcuffed that guy minutes before he perished. And they did not hesitate to handcuff him. But with this man, it's like, look, man, I'm super sorry. I am so sorry, but you might be a murderer. I'm sorry you have to hear that from me. Like, we're going to have to take you away. I'm so sorry. This shouldn't be happening to you. This is completely sickening.
Okay, you don't have to say anything. It may harm your defence if you don't mention when questioned something which you may later write in court. Anything you do so may be given evidence.
Why am I getting arrested?
And necessity
Wait,
for a
what?
competent effective investigation.
I didn't do anything.
Okay, and for any further harm and injury. You've got your side of the story, mate.
That's kind of weird because I don't remember them saying that to the guy that he stabbed 5 times.
Know what's going on here. Okay, so we need to find out. Okay.
The length of the police body cam footage is 9 minutes. Digwa is never handcuffed.
With the gentleman that I've run through, have we got a van at all that I can get him down to Central? Okay, and we'll get it all sorted. All right.
And he sounds so sad to have to say this. Look, I'm so sorry, man. I'm sorry this is happening to you. You deserve better. After this guy just attacks this guy and fatally wounds him, delivering 5 fatal blows to him.
Right, I'm not saying you've done anything, mate, but we need to...
I'm not saying you've done anything. It's just we have a whole ton of evidence of all the stuff that you've done.
find out what's happened, okay?
Mate, I've been raised.
I know.
I've been racially.
I know you were. I know. I'm so sorry. We don't know what's going on. It's just someone over here. He's not alive anymore, and you're the only one we have. We're so sorry.
Attacked.
This is disgusting.
No, I'm not a murderer. I was racially attacked.
Okay. I know. But we don't know what's going on, mate. He's...
Not gonna tell him that the guy's dead.
Look, guys, it's really hard for me to say this because I'm just so sad for you. I'm not sad about the guy who perished because he's just a white guy, but for you, I'm so sad.
So it's not going to scare the guy and make him run away. I think that's probably what happened. British police never handcuffed the man who murdered Henry Nowak. The police only handcuffed Henry as he was bleeding out. So let me get this straight. They don't handcuff the guy that they think could be on suspicion of murder, but they do handcuff the guy that's bleeding out that can barely speak. From an officer safety standpoint, this is absolutely insane. You have a guy that's been stabbed and you're arresting the guy who did it, who clearly has a knife. You don't think that he might stab you as a cop. Well, no, you can't say that they might stab you because if you do that, that would be racist.
Yep.
Such a different interaction. 2-tier policing is clear as daylight.
Yeah, see, this is the guy who he stabbed 5 times.
You've been stabbed? Whereabouts? I don't think you have, mate.
I don't think you have, mate. they did not hesitate to handcuff that man who was of no threat, saying that he's been stabbed. But with this guy, it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. Oh, this must be such a bad day for you.
With the gentleman that I've run through, okay, and we'll get it all sorted, all right? I'm not saying you've done anything, mate.
We'll get it all Wait, what? What happened there? What happened there?
They released additional body cam from Henry Nowak case.
One sec. YouTube's being...
Do we release...
With the gentleman that I've run through, okay, and we'll get it all.
We'll get it all sorted out. I'm not saying you've done anything. I'm not going to say that. That would be racist. How horrible is it that they would willingly and without hesitation treat one person that way based off the color of their skin, but then this guy this way? And I don't think it should happen in any way. I don't think they should treat black people worse for the color of their skin, and they shouldn't treat white people different for the color of their skin. But to have this kind of discrepancy is just completely disgusting. I'm gonna close my door. One sec. Actually, I'm gonna be right back. I have to use the restroom. Doop.
Wake up, maggot! It's time for your annual race war. Oh, you didn't want to be in a race war? Well, too bad. You're in one. Your skin...
Oh, sorry, I had my mic on mute. Thankfully I remembered. Yeah, I just saw the beginning of this one. I just saw the beginning. Let's restart. Didn't know my mic was on mute. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. This one's shoe on head. He was white, he deserved it. The delusional defenders of Carmelo Anthony.
Wake up, maggot! It's time for your annual race war. Oh, you didn't want to be in a race war? Well, too bad. You're in one. Your skin...
It's like Barbosa. You better start believing in race wars. You're in one.
color is your uniform, soldier. Black people on this side, white people on this side, Italians.
Somewhere.
We'll figure it out later. Attention! Which one of you lily lickers mixed the white Monster Energy with the Kool-Aid pineapples? How many times do I have to tell you? No mixing. Now get suited up, soldier. You're heading into your first battle. The comment section of a Nick Fuentes Instagram reel. Godspeed.
Hoorah! Can you be racist?
Hello, and welcome to another episode of I am your host, Shoe on Head. You may know me as Timu Boxy, or perhaps the woman who footmogged Hassan Piker.
That's funny. Boxy, like, she was only around for a very short amount of time, and then like everybody remembers her for some reason. I mean, I remember her. I'm not gonna lie, but that's just funny.
Thank you. Thank you. I know a few of you have come here from that last video, so hello, new friends, and old friends, please say hello to the new friends. Do not scare them away. One of the biggest things that happened when I was gone was the conclusion to the Carmelo Anthony trial. Now, for those of you who are unaware, for those of you who have no idea what has been going on, don't worry about it, kid. No, but what happened was last year during a Texas high school track meet, Carmelo Anthony, a 19-year-old student, and Austin Metcalf, a 17-year-old student, got into a heated dispute after Carmelo entered Austin's tent, which was like a rivalry school's tent. An argument followed, and then allegedly Carmelo said, "Touch me and see what happens," and so Austin shoved him and Carmelo pulled a knife out, and yeah. Austin then passed away in his brother's arms. Court argued that use of force with a knife was completely unjustified, that a single shove did not justify a deadly response. During the trial,
and you can't just stab someone because they shove you. And also, what I was hearing is that Metcalf was asking Carmelo to leave the tent because he wasn't supposed to be there, but he kept refusing to leave the tent. So if you're asked to leave a place, if you're on a premise that you're not supposed to be on, and you're asked to leave, and multiple times too, from what I've heard, and you don't leave, then you know, they weren't using excessive physical force to get him out. They probably could have gone about it a little better, but they probably didn't really have, you know, security there or whatever to remove people, and they probably didn't think it necessary, and they probably especially didn't think that this was going to happen just because they tried to remove someone who shouldn't have been there off the premise, basically, inside of their tent.
Jurors listened to witnesses' accounts of the event, reviewed video evidence, and after a few days, the jury found Carmelo Anthony guilty, and he was sentenced to 35 years in prison. And everyone accepted that outcome because they understand how the law works and they respect our justice system.
Oh, thank goodness. So that was the end of that story. You know, at least justice was served. It was completely normal. There was no major breakdown. I don't know what the other 30 minutes of this video is, but it's probably not relevant. But let's go ahead and listen to the rest of it anyway. I'm glad it had, you know, not the happiest of endings, but it was it wasn't that dramatic.
System.
Oh wait, there's more.
Only good cracker is a dead cracker.
Oh my gosh.
Only good cracker is a dead cracker.
No.
I don't have an opinion.
It's a good thing all of these people are completely reasonable, rational, and not racist at all.
I don't have an opinion here.
These kinds of face-to-face, emotion-rising, shouting matches really do no good.
In this video, we are going to discuss the insane reactions to the Carmelo Anthony trial, read some tweets, watch some TikToks, as well as debunk a bunch of misinformation because I am just tired of seeing the same ridiculous, regurgitated talking points repeated ad nauseum by hundreds and thousands of people just believing it as gospel, hyping themselves up into a race war. No, I am not kidding. That is how bad it is getting. Growing up, I was always told not to judge people based on their appearance, that it didn't matter what gender you were, what your sexuality was, didn't matter if you were short or tall or fat or thin. I was always told that skin color was not important, and it's not. But you know what is important? Your skin's health. So
I feel like we're going into an advertisement.
But before we get into the video, let's quickly give a shout out to today's sponsor, Henson Shaving. Have you ever wondered what shaving cream?
And again, I'm gonna watch this just because, you know, we're watching their videos, getting content out of it. Might as well support them and their advertisements.
Is actually doing to your skin. It's fluffy, it's airy, it looks like it's protecting your skin. But the main ingredient in most of these cans is actually a propellant. That's what makes it foam up. But the foam is mostly just volume, not function. And the thing that matters when you shave is glide, not volume. There's actually a clinical study that measured the skin irritation after shaving, and it showed that regular shaving foam actually causes more irritation than is shaving with water alone. Not just slightly more, measurably more. Aftershave bombs are also doing something similar. You put them on, you get the little cooling annoying tingle, and you're like, that means it's working. Wrong. That tingle is just menthol activating cold receptors in your skin. It doesn't actually reduce inflammation or heal anything. It does nothing. A lot of guys end up treating the feeling of irritation rather than the irritation itself. Shaving is one of the most aggressive things men do to their skin on a daily basis. The blade passes over the same spot multiple times, stripping off the top layer of your skin, and then your skin is exposed and then loses all its moisture. But men just like rinse off and call it a day. So you got a shaving product that's mostly air, an aftershave that's mostly sensation, and a window between that nobody's addressing. And that's where Henson's 3-step routine comes into play. Step 1, the cleanser. Clears your skin of debris and softens the hair for a smoother shave, followed by a shaving cream that skips the propellants and reduces the friction between the blade and your skin. The thing the shaving cream is supposed to do. And once you're done shaving, their post-shave balm helps hydrate and restore your skin's natural moisture barrier, supporting real recovery, instead of just signaling to your silly brain that, ooh, something soothing is happening. So if you want a shaving routine that actually leaves your skin better off and doesn't just feel like it's doing that, check out Henson's 3-step shaving kit. Just head over to
I like feeling good without actually having anything good happening.
hensonshaving.com/June and use code June at checkout after adding your kit to the cart to get free shipping on your order. I know a lot of men just ignore skincare, and trust me, as someone who is going to be a dermatologist, men think they're not aging until one day they wake up and they're their dad.
Oh, that's cool. So I guess she's trying to be a dermatologist or something. That's really cool. Also, I am definitely one of those people who ignore skincare.
Take care of your skin. This is a great start, and your skin will thank you for it. Big thanks to Henson for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. Right? Now let's get back to the video.
We did speed it up a bit.
So let's not waste any more time and get straight into this, shall we? They found him guilty so fast right before Juneteenth. These folks playing in our faces. Carmelo's only crime was not allowing himself to get beat down by a white...
Remember, you can't be guilty if it's on Juneteenth. That's just not possible. And any time near Juneteenth, if a black man or woman is found guilty of any crime on or around Juneteenth, it's because of racism. That's the only possible reason.
Man. Carmelo will get out of prison. Only crime was not allowing himself to get beat down by a white man. Carmelo will get out of prison. That boy ain't getting out of the grave. If he kept his hands to himself, he'd still be enjoying his white privilege today. White people are not victims of...
That's a lot of white privilege he had. So much white privilege that he's no longer alive today. That's some strong white privilege.
Racism. You can't be a victim of a system you created. Hey, 23-year-old white guy who can't find a job and still lives with your parents. Did you know you created the entire system we're in right now, and therefore it's totally acceptable to hate you and be racist towards you? This is the same stupid shit they say to men, like, oh, you created the patriarchy. Like, who the f are you talking about? Joe Schmo working at Chipotle didn't create shit. The system isn't benefiting white people at all. It's not benefiting anyone except the rich and powerful. The racism equals prejudice plus power bullshit really one-shotted these people, huh?
That's a pretty good job of summing it up. Yeah, basically blaming people for the color of their skin, saying that they created this, when, like, I don't remember creating this. I didn't wake up one day as like, you know what, I'm going to create patriarchy, a system that promotes whiteness now, okay? But I mean, let's say hypothetically we did create this, right? Let's say we do say that white people created this. I guess that means white people created one of the most successful countries in the entire world, and it's entirely because of our whiteness. And I suppose that also means that black people were just unable to do that because of their blackness, right? I mean, that's the logical conclusion. That's not the conclusion that I come to, but if you follow their logic, that's what you have to believe. That white people, just because of their whiteness, made a better country or a better system than black people just because of their skin color. Which again, isn't something I believe, but if we follow their logic, their thinking, that's what that means.
Only a black child can be minding their business, get ambushed, bullied, and pushed around and become...
There was no ambush.
...the aggressor for protecting himself. But he was quite literally not minding his own business. He was in a rival's team tent and was asked to leave like a dozen times. Witnesses say he started escalating it into a fight. And then...
Imagine breaking into someone's home, and let's say they had their friends over, right? And then saying, that poor person who broke into a home was ambushed by all the white people in that home that he broke into. That makes zero sense. That's not an ambush. You just broke into somebody's home, and then there were a bunch of people there. Again, now this was a tent, but it's the same thing. He went to that location all entirely of his own volition. and then there were a bunch of white people there. That's not their fault for being there.
Stab someone in the fucking heart. That's not minding your business.
That wasn't an
Why did
ambush.
they hire that horrible lawyer? Had to be the worst defense in history. Absolutely no reason Carmelo shouldn't have testified. We gotta do
Guys, it's the lawyer's fault. It's the lawyer's fault.
better with who we hire to represent us. Plenty of black lawyers in Texas. His family raised like $1 million on GoFundMe and then blew it all on a new house and a fucking Cadillac.
Wait, really? Let's see. Breaking: Carmelo Anthony's family used $500,000 in donations for his defense to purchase a $150,000 Cadillac Escalade and began renting a home valued at $900,000. The 17-year-old Anthony is facing murder charges in the death of fellow student athlete Austin Metcalf in Frisco, Texas. Oh my gosh. So isn't this fraud? Like, if they put up like a PayPal or whatever saying that this is for his defense and then goes for not his defense, isn't that fraud? They use the money for something that it wasn't supposed to be used for. I think that's fraud, right? Can't they be sued?
So then they had to get a public defender. That baby was sentenced to 35 years?
Oh no.
I love the community note.
The murderer was sentenced to 35. That murderer. Yeah. It is weird. I hate how babies just go around stabbing people nowadays. It's a real tragedy that you have so many babies just committing these crimes, and then they're sentenced to 35 years because of racism. I really hate it.
That murderer was sentenced to 35 years. Black people, please carry more than a pocket knife. Get their asses before they can get you. What the hell do you mean, get their asses before they can get you?
Yeah,
That's
dude.
literally what Carmelo did. He got Austin's
Yep.
ass. He killed him. Why the fuck are they acting like Carmelo was the one who died? 35 years on your first offense is over sentencing.
Your first offense. No, do they not realize what the offense was? Murder. That's what the offense was. It's kind of the ending of someone's life. Blatant injustice. Guys, it should have been like a year, should have been like a month probation at best. It was his first offense. Just give him a slap on the wrist. He had his whole life ahead of him. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, there has to be a retrial. This is blatant injustice. First offense. And the offense in question is murder. Your Honor, it was only his first murder. 35 years ago, killing a Nazi got you a Purple Heart,
Oh
but
my
now that a
gosh.
German American is president, it gets you a life sentence.
A German American, is Trump a German American? Because like I'm pretty sure he was born here. Oh my gosh. All white people deserve no mercy. I wish I could hug him. All he did was end a life. Oh my gosh.
White people deserve no mercy. Now Austin Metcalf, a 17-year-old, is a Nazi because he was white. Also, 35 years ago. Does this dude think World War II was in 1991? Black Americans.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention to that. Oh, 35 years ago. I think he was doing 35 because of the 35 years in prison. Yeah, I didn't even catch that. Good catch. 30. Oh my god. Oh, no,
Life
that's
sentence.
funny.
All white people deserve no
that's
mercy.
funny.
Now Austin Metcalf, a 17-year-old,
History is hard.
is a Nazi because he was white. Also, 35 years ago.
35
Does
years.
this dude think World War II was in 1991? Black Americans, arm yourselves. This country is officially a terrorist state of white supremacists.
Oh my God.
You have no reason to abide by or follow any more laws in this country. Law enforcement and these politicians are all terrorists. Let it all fall.
Oh my gosh. And again, you know these are people who would never actually do anything, but they want to call other people to do something. Like, I feel like this person should probably be banned, maybe arrested. It sounds like an incitement to violence. You have no reason to abide by or follow any more laws in this country. Yeah, it definitely sounds like they're calling for anarchy, probably incitement to violence, because especially arm yourselves. Like, you know what they're saying. You know what they're saying. Let it all fall. Time for judgment.
All time for judgment. Just as I suspected. Schizophrenia. I recommend logging the f off. Do these people just live in a completely different reality? A guy gets put in prison for murder, and they're like, wow, what's the point of even following the law anymore? Having a black son gotta be the tops of fears.
Oh
I'm
my
going
gosh.
insane. It was the white son that was murdered. Why are they acting like the black son was murdered? Why are you scared of having a black son in this
It's very hard for them to keep track of the facts.
context? Oh, I'm so scared my son will stab someone and go to jail when... Like, what? What? It's only self-defense when a black kid dies. Literally, multiple witnesses, including black witnesses, including Carmelo's own friends, said that Carmelo was the aggressor in the situation. Also, just in general, murder is not the acceptable punishment for a shove, for a push. That's not how that works. 50,000 likes on that bullshit, by the way. 50,000 people saw that and were like, hell yeah. Black kids are the only kids who can't afford to make mistakes without dire consequences. Your Honor, it was a mistake. My client did a little oopsie poopsie, a little fucky wucky ooh woo, if you will. Black people are held to a higher standard than every other race. We are expected to be perfect, while others are given grace.
Perfect. You're just expected to not do the thing with the knife where you put it into another person. That's not a very high standard. It's not a very high standard at all, I say. I would say it's not a high standard to avoid putting a little knifey wifey in another person's chesty westy, you know? It's not a high standard. Not a very... It's like the bar is on the ground and you've managed to trip over it anyway. Like, what are we talking about?
Excuses.
What are we
Hey,
talking
stop. Just a reminder that this is all in context of the Carmelo Anthony situation. So the held to a higher standard, in this case, the higher standard of do not stab people. I'm sorry, okay, go on. One mistake by a black person gets used to judge an entire community. Oops, I fell and my knife accidentally stabbed your heart.
Austin fell onto Carmelo's knife trying to attack him because the knife is 3.5 inches. The cut was only 2.
I'm crashing out. I'm crashing the f out. Please let the next one be somewhat rational. Y'all gentlemen are so fucking dumb.
Gentlemen. Y'all really thought that he was going to get away with that kid, with hurting that kid to death? I can tell a lot of you were raised by, I'm not going to say that, a strong black father tells.
Y'all really thought that he was gonna get away with stabbing that kid to death. I can tell a lot of you were raised by hoes. Finally, a normal, sane person.
Wait,
a strong black father tells you early that you can't get away with the same shit whites do.
My gosh.
Oh god damn it, had me in the first half. When do white people get away with stabbing?
And that's kind of the thing. Like, there are so many people who do get away with this because they are black. They are treated with privilege. There's not that white privilege that people are talking about, but rather there are people who get let off on probation or bail or parole because of the color of their skin. But you don't see that happening with white people. That's why there's no vast outrage when white people do this, because when white people do this, they go to prison, and then you don't see a bunch of other white people coming out to defend the person after they go to prison. That's why. It's the fact that you've had so many people come out in defense of Carmelo Anthony after he did this that you're seeing all this backlash against the defenders. Not like if Carmelo Anthony had just gone to prison and people wouldn't have defended him, then this wouldn't even really be a big story. It would pop up in the news for a day or two, then it would be gone by now.
What is this? Where do these people live? Earth 2? Culture. When you get called for jury duty, do that shit. Make sure you do your part in serving justice. Every black defendant in every court everywhere is Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, that's... When you get called for jury duty, you have to do jury duty. It's actually illegal to skip out on jury duty, so... I mean, what are you even saying here?
Every black defendant in every court everywhere is Carmelo Anthony.
Oh my gosh.
Every black defendant in every court case everywhere is a murderer? Are you sure?
I would be so offended if I was a black person. Like, imagine, let's say you did get, let's say you were on trial for something small. Maybe you did steal something, and it's like, yes, that person is the same as Anthony Carmelo. He is also a murderer. It's like, whoa, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Let's say you're on trial, but you're innocent. You're on trial for something you didn't do. That person is Anthony Carmelo. It's like, whoa, no, I'm not. That's like saying, guys, remember, do your job. Make sure when you're called for jury duty, you go out there and do it, because every white person is Ted Bundy, and you gotta defend the heck out of him. Like, I'd be like, no, I'm not Ted Bundy. The heck are you talking about? Please don't. Like, I would be super offended. Oh my gosh, that is a huge L take.
Or that's what you want to go with. I love how he's basically like, go do jury duty so you can go blindly support any black person regardless of what they did. What the like, I don't support every white person. Some of you are dumb. What's wild is this wasn't even like a
heck yeah. Some of us are dumb. Me too.
Cop kills black guy thing where like there might be some debate about like police brutality and over policing and things like that. No, this was just straight up a black kid stabbed a white kid, and they're losing their minds because he's going to prison over it. Fascinating.
Carmelo Anthony had been white, not only would he have not been convicted,
nope,
there'd have never been charges.
That's
the
not
only
true.
reason Carmelo
That is not true. There wouldn't have been charges? Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, Doug Dimmadell of the Dimmadome.
Anthony was convicted, it was because we are a broken, fucking bigoted country.
Exactly, totally.
And Carmelo Anthony was black.
Wow, thanks for the input, gay Colonel Sanders. I fucking hate the Yellowstone Hicklib bit. Oh, I'm a big tough country cowboy. Y'all better not say them slurs around here. Yeehaw! Wow, just freaking wow. Disgusting. This is not justice. This is trying to make an example. Dear white people.
105,000 people like that.
Don't let this verdict fool you. You'll still get fucked up playing the Mauston games. Don't let this verdict of a guy who stabbed someone fool you. You're still gonna get stabbed. What? A strong suspicion that a lot of pro-Carmelo stuff I see here is some psyop. Bro, this is what I try.
Wait, what was that?
What? A strong.
Having a hard time believing this has much support in the black community. At least they don't want to believe that he's innocent, or that many people believe him. They just don't realize how many people are not smart, unfortunately.
Suspicion that a lot of pro-Carmelo stuff I see here is some psyop. Bro,
they're innocent.
This is what I tried to tell myself for like 6 years about the online left. It's all a CIA psyop from the billionaires to make leftism look as unappealing as possible to the working class. Bro. Of course an all-white jury found a black boy guilty for defending himself. Fuck you racist white pieces of shit. Fuck you racist white pieces.
For the record, it was not an all-white jury. There are multiple notes saying that it wasn't. You can just Google it. You can literally just go online and Google it. It was not an all-white jury.
That sounds extremely racist. Black people can't be racist, stupid hoe. No. It was not an all-white jury. There were Asian people, there were Hispanic people, and the black people they did ask to do jury duty in this case turned it down because they admitted they would be too biased. Like, they literally said they would just vote not guilty because Carmelo is black. On one hand, I appreciate the honesty.
Yep.
On the other hand, what the f***?
If they say, can you be fair? Don't say, no, I'm not finna put a black man in jail.
And then they're trying to coach him. It's like, no, don't make that mistake. Say, of course you'll be fair. And then just don't be fair. That's all you got. Look at this person smiling. Yeah, see, you tell them. Then they'll learn. Yeah, then they'll know how to get criminals off the hook.
Don't say that. Don't say, I hate white people and I don't care what he did. Don't do that. That's
by all means. Say that you hate white people. If you hate white people, be truthful. Say what you feel.
What people were doing in this case, Okay, and then everybody's like in an uproar because there's no black people on the jury when damn near half of the black people who could have been on the jury canceled themselves out. You know? Don't do that. Y'all be regular.
Overruled.
Just be regular.
Oh, God.
That's right. Get in there and lie to the court so you can free a person because he murdered a white guy. Incredible stuff. Also, I like how they said, just be regular. Just be regular. Just get on the jury so you can free the murderer. Then return to acting irregular. This case is really affecting me. Making me want to go to law school and fight for my people. I'm sorry.
My gosh.
I'm confused. Your people being murderers? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Murderers? Your people being murderers? Also, if by some miracle you happen to get into law school, you'll be disappointed to find out that intentionally stabbing someone and killing them is in fact murder, regardless of what your skin color is. And there were some people coming at me like, oh, I bet you'll defend Chud the Builder. And like, first of all, who the f is Chud the Builder?
Yeah,
this is how I know I'm getting old.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, who the heck is Chud the Builder? Apparently, he's a person, Chud the Builder, charged with attempted murder after shooting outside courthouse. I know nothing of him. He sounds guilty.
They keep making these random fucking streamers in a vat overnight and then like releasing them. Did you hear about PP Boy 57? Like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I don't know who that is. If Chud the Builder killed someone, or in this case, attempted to kill someone, then he should face consequences for that. Yes. Okay. You're
Very straightforward. People who attempt murder should probably go to prison. That's my hot take. People who commit crimes should go to prison. Whether they're white, black, doesn't matter. They should go to prison.
turn. Should Carmelo Anthony face consequences? No? Oh, that's weird. Looks like only one of us is the hypocrite here.
Right.
See, I am not like you. I have a functioning brain and an IQ of probably maybe over 100. I can
You better stop that. People are gonna be offended if you have a functioning brain.
look at things on a case-by-case basis and not blindly support or attack something like a mindless drone. Let's go see what they're saying over on Blue Sky, shall we? Fellow white people.
Great. The pinnacle of reasoning and rationale, Blue Sky, said nobody ever.
Never mind.
Fellow white people.
Never mind. I'm done. Bye. Stay out of black people's mentions about Carmelo Anthony. We are the reason not one black juror was seated. We are the reason that an appeal filed on those grounds will surely fail.
And what is this with thinking that everybody's a hive mind? All white people, we're all the same. When you tune into the hive mother, make sure you just agree with the hive mother's plan for us, and that you do not rebel against the hive mother, because all white people have that hive mother that we refer to when carrying out our actions, and we just need to listen to her, just like all black people have their own hive mother, and all Asians have their own hive mother. Remember, be a part of the hive. Just do what we tell you to do, and you'll be okay. Because all of us refer back to one hive mother of our race.
We are the reason Jim Crow is once again law of the land. Oh my god! What has this country come to when a man can't freely murder another man in cold blood and get away with it?
Oh, dude.
Literally Jim Crow! Yeah, white people cannot be trusted after this trial with Carmelo Anthony.
can't trust
Honestly,
us
that
anymore.
35-year sentence coming down on the teenager Carmelo Anthony felt like a proxy for a lynching.
A
Carmelo
proxy for lynching. Like, do you know words? Do you know how they work? What exactly does that mean? It's a proxy for lynching. Like they're going to get ready to lynch him, and you can tell because of the 35 years. Like, no, it just seems like he's going to prison for 35 years. He's doing life because he took life. It's pretty straightforward.
Anthony defended himself against two white supremacists. Now that black people stand up for themselves, white fragility is taking over. They simply can't handle it. He saved himself
We
from
need
being
more white
lynched, and now he has to
fragility.
spend decades in prison. F***ing racist country. Huh? He was being lynched? Yes. Do these people live in the Netflix adaptation version of reality or something? What is going on? Stabby, jail. No stabby. No jail. The only reason Carmelo was convicted is because he was black. If this was a white boy, there would never be charges files. I decree that the people who was involved with this case
Wait. The people who was involved
will begin to reap the unjust decision upon their on head to 1,000 generation.
Upon their on head. Shoe on head. He's referring to shoe on head here.
All you bigoted racist people. An all-white jury. Of course Carmelo Anthony would be convicted. Not an all-white jury. Yes, an all-white jury. Stop trying to make excuses for racism. No, not an all-white jury. Who are
If you present facts, remember it's an excuse for racism.
they trying to convince? Other people or themselves? Anyone defending Carmelo Anthony knows that they're not defending him in good faith. Carmelo is obviously guilty of a murder that he intentionally instigated. Defending murders like this only hurts the black community. We need to hold ourselves accountable and hold ourselves to a higher
That seems reasonable. What's the twist? I feel like there has to be a twist with this.
standard. Oh my god, a normal person on Blue Sky. Bro, what are you doing? Get out of there. Go, run! An all-white jury in Texas convicted Carmelo.
Okay, so there was no twist. Wow. That's like finding just a piece of gold just sitting around. Like,
Carmelo Anthony of murder. Proof that the US never ended the practice of lynching. They let the courts do it instead. You don't have to support what Carmelo Anthony did to recognize the problem with sentencing a child to spend 35 years in prison based off of the deliberations of an all-white jury. Said it again, award! Said it again, award! All-white jury! All-white jury! It's time to play Horseshoe Theory!
wait, why is she dressed up like Kane from the Amazing Digital Circus?
Contestant number 1. Here is the tweet. Stop sending your kids to these race schools.
Oh, stop sending your kids to these black schools. Definitely a white supremacist.
Oh, I'm sorry. The tweet is stop sending your kids to these white schools. And
Then he's clearly a racial warrior. He's a good guy.
came from the account Dapper Domo, who is black. You know what that means? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Into the pit! Stop bringing non-black people into black spaces. Teach your kids to defend them.
Wait. What?
Stop bringing non.
So we should be segregating people. Okay, so also I'm pretty sure the black person went into these white people's tents. I mean, he put himself there. I'm pretty sure he put himself there. 2,700 likes, of course. So remember, so now again, there's for segregation again. But they don't want Jim Crow. They just want segregation. They don't want Jim Crow. They just want segregation. It's the same, but it's different, trust me.
On black people into black spaces. Teach your kids to defend themselves by any means possible. Keep your black kids in black spaces as much as possible. Keep your black children away from these devils.
If we had segregation still, none of this would have happened.
Oh,
He wouldn't
I
have had
said
no
it.
interactions with
I said it. I just got done saying it. And of course, remember, Jim Crow was bad. We just need segregation.
any white boy because we would have been in an all-black school.
We are going to reverse engineer segregation, aren't we? But wokely. We don't want those evil white people drinking out of the same water fountain as us, am I right? Honestly, my honest, real opinion about this, my hot take of the video, everybody, here it comes. Lukewarm, microwaved, 4-day-old mac and cheese take, here it comes. If they want to go make their own, like, all-black schools, all-black towns, they should be allowed to. Go for it. Black people want to go create Wakanda? They should be able to. But white people should be allowed to create Agartha. If people want to willingly segregate themselves, they should be allowed to go ahead and do that. Deadass, who cares? Everyone else can live in a desegregated society. They can go have their ethnostates. But you know, there's only one side that will not be able to do that. I always wondered though,
And also, you know that once it happens, there will only be, like, here's the reason why you don't do that necessarily. There's only going to be one race coming out on top. And I mean, if we're all segregating, I suspect it won't, like, I don't believe in segregation. I'm just saying if it happens, it's not going to be the people who are advocating for the murderers. I think people would be completely okay, like, there would be white people completely okay still letting people in as long as they're not advocating for murderers. Not that we should be segregating. I'm just saying if it played out like that, I don't think it's going to go the way they want it to.
Let's say they do make a white ethnostate. What counts as white? Because 100 years ago, I would not have counted as white. I'm Ellis Island mystery meat, you know this. Is there like a one drop? Oh, I would not have counted as white. I'm Ellis Island.
Southern Italy, Northern Italy, Northwestern, Central Italy. So she's a lot from Italy, it seems. And then you have some Ireland, Scotland, Donegal, Ireland, then some Caucasian. Ionian, interesting.
Mystery meat, you know this. Is there like a one drop rule? Do they like whip out the eye chart at the gate and
Men destined to define eras, change history, who will be remembered for millennia to come. Philosophers, kings, explorers, and inventors. This whole eye chart. What in the world? Influential artists, writers, generals, officers, officials, diplomats, middle management, soldiers, craftsmen, manual laborers, peasants, street merchants, untouchable sanitation workers, street sweepers. What is this? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
they're like, ah yes, A10s. You may enter. Is Brittany Event whip out the eye
Oh, A10. So they have numbers. Oh my gosh.
chart at the gate and they're like, ah yes, A10s. You may enter. Is Brittany Venti allowed in the white ethnostate? Honestly, she's like an honorary Aryan at this point. She white mogs me. Anyway, we are getting distracted. Where were we? Ah yes, hell. We were in hell. I'm black. I haven't
now, that's Sydney Watson's thing.
stabbed anyone in the chest after being asked to leave a tent. I'm not in prison, I'm free. It's not hard to not commit a crime.
Yeah. Crazy. What an absolutely crazy opinion to have in these times.
And I appreciate the sentiment here, but how did we get to a point where this is like a breath of fresh air? Let's
Right.
check the replies. Hopefully people are agreeing.
They're gonna be
Shut your
saying-
hoe ass up. Emmett Till didn't commit a crime either. What happened to him? You're not black. You're not.
Who?
Shut your hoe ass up. Emmett Till
Emmett Till. I don't know who that person
didn't
is.
commit a crime either. What happened to him? You're not black. You're not black.
Wait, is it because he didn't stab someone? Is that why?
You're a boy, you ain't black. You may be black, but you ain't black.
Oh
yes,
my
because
gosh.
being black is supporting all black people everywhere, regardless of what they have done. All the
No, it's just you gotta stab someone. That's apparently what makes you black.
normal black
According
people
to
are just
them.
called like pick-me's. They're called pick-me's for having a brain and not going along with this race grievance bullshit. Every time like they speak out about this, they're just called the C word, you know what I mean? The term for this animal. Is that a slur? Like, I know what that's like to a degree. Granted, it's over me making fun of like women
I thought
on
it was. Yeah, I thought it was about women. The C word.
TikTok, but like I know what it's like watching people in your community act like fucking morons. I feel you, my brothers. Oh my god, editor. Edit that out. Edit that out. By the way, if you want an uncensored, uncucked version of this video and all the videos a day early, sign up to be a member on my Patreon. Link down below. All Patreon members get the uncensored, uncucked version. You can hear me say fucking shit and Anyway, let's get back to the video. Oh my god.
This is a racist ass country. We're in a racist ass state. This is a racist ass court. There ain't nothing else to talk about.
Can't even point out why it's racist.
First of all, I forgot what I was gonna say. I just, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I was staring at her titties the whole time. Those are giant titties. Just left the courthouse, and any white person can get it for real. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Dig Austin Metcalf up and stab his ass again. Apparently, a bunch of people on TikTok are doing the Austin Bop, where they dance to a song made about Austin Metcalf's murder while reenacting the stabbing.
Austin Bop, knife had blood on the tip when he dropped. How the fuck you gonna stop me? Shit going on.
This is absolutely horrendous. Like, how is it that people think that this is okay? How is it that people will... How is it that they think that this will make people sympathize with them or their cause? This is what turns people against them. Oh my gosh. The dogs are going off again. I think I'm going to keep it paused for a second until the dogs stop. I think my roommate is out there talking to his dogs. They like to go off at random times for no reason. They are my roommate's dogs, not my own. A huge part of the reason why I'm moving out.
They were also making AI photos of themselves.
BLM influencers posted your name. Okay, so at least it's just AI, but still, that's disgusting.
Pissing on Austin's grave. You know, I was always told not to judge people by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And boy, am I
The content of their character kind of sucks.
judging these people by the content of their character. What the f? These people are freaks. Martin Luther King Jr. would be rolling in his grave looking at all this. Carmelo Anthony, a black teenager, has been sentenced to 35 years in prison after being convicted by a jury with no black jurors. Oh god, here we go again. No black jurors. Who is this moron? Who is this idiot? Oh! Martin Luther King Jr.'s daughter.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. She definitely does not follow after her father.
Wonderful, awesome. I'm done. It's been a good 12 years, but I'm done. Channel's done. Video's over. This officially broke me.
All right,
I'm
guys,
done.
we did it.
Go watch Moist Critical. Go watch Asmongold. I'm done.
And right off the bat, man, free Carmelo. Straight up. I don't give a fuck about no white lies. F that cracker. We smoking on that Austin Pat. I don't care anymore because it ain't no good in this shit. It ain't nothing good that's in this shit. But they trying to lay the law down. All that shit. Y'all gotta give it up. Y'all gotta give it up.
Like, I don't care anymore because it ain't no good in that shit. It ain't nothing good that's in this shit. But they try to lay the law down up that shit. Y'all gotta give it up. Y'all gotta give it up.
There was maybe some English in there too.
Beautifully said. Thank you, sir.
There isn't a black American on earth that is surprised by what just happened to Carmelo Anthony. Not
good. They shouldn't be surprised. So it's a good thing they're all reacting very rationally and reasonably because of how unsurprised they are that justice kind of got carried out. I mean, he could have gotten in for a bit longer, but it's a good thing they recognize that this was a crime that he committed and that he's going to prison for committing that crime. I also wasn't very surprised that he got sentenced either. A bit relieved because, you know, sometimes we let them off easily because of the color of their skin, but, you know, it is a good thing that he is going to prison and that nobody's surprised about it.
one black face in that jury box, not one peer, not one person who has ever navigated this country in melanated skin. And if you think that doesn't matter, then
that's the reason why they're not surprised. Of course.
You haven't been paying attention to the last 400 years of American history because you don't want to. This is not new. This is the system working exactly.
Last 400 years. Let's see. Last 400 years of American history. The United States of America is 249 years old. You guys haven't been paying attention for the last 400 years of American history, even though America is 249 years old. I guess she's been paying attention longer than any of us have. She's been paying attention for 400 years. She knew of America before it was America.
Exactly as it was designed.
First of all, the Black Panther LARP is cringe. It's gotta go. This isn't the 1960s. You aren't protesting segregation. You're making a fucking TikTok video, okay? Second of all,
in fact, now they're endorsing segregation.
this is the system working exactly how it was designed. Yeah, I'd hope. When you kill someone, you go to jail. Like, am I missing something? It was actually a refreshing change that the system was working for once.
Right?
I'm tired of waking up to headlines like, man...
Illegal migrant to... a corpse on NYC subway is slapped with 5 years in prison. Oh my gosh.
Who raped corpse on subway gets 5 years in jail. Like, I'm not...
But again, there's white privilege. There's definitely no immigrant privilege or anything like that.
Not kidding. That was like a real headline I saw the other day.
I'ma say it since nobody else can say it. Austin. Glad your ass dead. Austin, fuck his family, and I hope they get this message to have a up day in here, Austin. I hope you over there burning up, bitch.
I'm so proud of y'all for kicking that white boy. See, they not used to this happening to them, y'all. My only problem is it should happen more. Can we please pick a day where we just the white people?
See, and then this again is exactly the kind of stuff that gets people to go against you. When you have this many people saying it, they start to see a pattern, a statistic, if you would. So then none of this is helping their cause at all whatsoever. Surprise, surprise.
Well, matter of fact, I wish I knew where the little white boy grave was so I can go spit on that bitch.
How the f are any of these videos still up? There were so many of these videos. Are these people like CIA psyops? I'm doing it again.
It's gotta be a psyop. It's gotta be a psyop.
This got so bad that people were actually going out and assaulting white people to get revenge. Obviously, I can't show these videos,
I've seen
but there
that.
were multiple incidences.
There's a black Carmelo Anthony supporter on a bicycle riding around, attacking random white people, and then accusing them of being on the jury. I've seen that. He just rides up to the guy and then starts punching him, saying he deserves it, accusing him of being on the jury when he was not at all on the jury. Excuse me. And just stuff like this keeps happening.
Of this. These people live in a delusional alternate reality and they're becoming radicalized to take revenge.
And then when they finally did convince the person that he wasn't on the jury, he's like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Like, dude, you just attacked someone. Saying, I'm sorry, my bad doesn't make up for it. It doesn't undo the harm that you did.
For that isn't even happening. But like every other week, I have to read another stupid New York Times article about how like 20-year-old white boys are being radicalized into the alt-right because they watch Jordan Peterson or some like you.
I think it's more so because they watch the reactions of people who are defending Anthony Carmelo and his murder. That's probably more so the thing that radicalizes people. Also, I paused it on a very funny frame here. Her face looks stupid.
And like people have been so brainwashed to believe that they're racist because they post like edgy memes. No, you're not racist with your 4chan memes. These people are racists.
The Iranian Lego movies. I have not seen the Iranian Lego movies. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Sounds interesting.
They're like a level 1, maybe level 2 racist. These are like level 9 racists. You have no idea what racism is. I've seen your friend groups. Racist friend groups do not care what race you are as long as you are also racist. These people are significantly more racist than you will ever be. Hell, even the KKK, level 10 racists, wore hoods to conceal their identities. These people are out here posting this
He does have a point.
full government name and face.
I got 5 boys.
Yeah, they even hid their identity. They just go out, these other people just go out saying it blatantly and in the open.
I don't know what. I ain't got nothing to tell them no more.
I deadass got
I have 5 boys. I don't have anything to tell them anymore. Let's see, I mean those AI Lego videos that went viral during AI Lego videos. Let's see, I don't think I remember the AI Lego videos. I know a lot of the times they had certain videos of AI, of them like destroying the Abraham Lincoln. That was fake. There was one AI video where, let's see, you can search them. I might after this video. I might look them up after this video. There was one post of someone that posted something satirical saying that they destroyed our Star Destroyer, and then the Iranian news ran with that. Let's see. What was this? Yeah. So the thing is, with this person, maybe just tell your boys not to stab people, and it sounds like it would take care of itself pretty easily.
to look at my sweet innocent son one day and explain to him that people hate us simply because we were born black. What am I supposed to tell my son? I don't f***ing know.
Just tell them not to stab people.
Not to kill people? Like, okay,
That's
sorry.
too hard.
I don't know what it's like to be black, okay? I don't know. Maybe it's a completely different experience that I will never understand. But in this case, nobody is hating Carmelo because he is black. They are hating Carmelo because he killed someone. I basically said this on Twitter, and some liberal account was like, remember when Shu was a leftist?
I got to look at my sweet innocent son one day, and was he simply tell him not? Yeah. So apparently you can't be a leftist and be against murder. You have to support stabbing people if you're a leftist, according to this person.
Ah yes, the famous leftist policy, being pro-murder. I remember back when Shoe on Head was pro-murder. Silly me, how could I fall so far? Leftism isn't about wealth inequality or workers' rights, no. It's about letting black people stab white people, clearly. To be completely honest, I have seen what being a good leftist is to you people, and with all due respect, you fucking no thank you.
We also know now that yes, Carmelo Anthony may have had a tool in his backpack that no, he shouldn't have brought it to a track meet, but it was there. It had a 3.5-inch blade, but also in that backpack, he had snacks.
Okay.
He had school puzzles.
I don't think he stabbed anyone with snacks or school puzzles, if I recall correctly.
And he had a cross.
Your Honor, yes, the defendant may have had a knife, but he also had Cool Ranch Doritos. I rest my case. Real lawyer, by the way. That woman is
Not
a real
guilty.
Real lawyer.
Real
there were
lawyer?
thousands
Oh
and
my
thousands of videos and tweets just like this. You probably get the point. These weren't just like cherry picked. They were everywhere. But it wasn't just Twitter nobodies and blue sky nobodies. There was also sitting Congress people saying this insane shit.
I'm not
Black
surprised.
women
I'm not surprised.
live in fear and
Isn't this the person who lost their seat in Texas?
agony every single day. A fear and agony that I promise you, the Metcalfs probably never spent a day living that way.
They lost their son. I'm pretty sure they're pretty in fear. They're probably, I do believe they're getting death threats. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they're living in fear and agony.
Yes, someone's teenage son was murdered. But please keep in mind the real victims here. Black women.
I don't know what he had.
It was like
I don't know what
it
he
seemed
had.
like it was a multi-tool, almost like a Swiss Army.
Like with the
What does
with the
that
little
even matter?
scissors and everything and whatever.
Yeah, but it's just a tool. Who cares if he used it to end the life of an innocent person?
So it was small.
It's
Your Honor, the
small.
knife my client used to kill the man was small. What? By the
My
way, I've not
case
seen a
rests.
single Democrat politician come out and disavow this idiot. So until then, I'm just going to assume they all agree. What's funny is they can't come out and disavow it because they'll all be attacked and called racist, and they know it. This was a viral Substack written by a university professor. Are you ready
I bet John Fetterman would oppose it.
for this? Dear Jeff Metcalf, your son is dead because you failed to teach him that black boys have boundaries.
Oh my gosh.
Yesterday evening, Jeff Metcalf, the father of
This is entirely asinine.
Austin Metcalf, used his victim impact statement to address Carmelo Anthony directly after he was sentenced to 35 years after the court treated his act of survival as
Act
murder.
of
The elder
survi-
Metcalf
I think he's getting confused. They treated his act of murder as murder. So this guy seems to be a little confused.
reportedly described Austin as a boy, twin, son, leader, true warrior. He remembered
Oh
him
my
as a baby
gosh.
grabbing his finger. He talked about teaching him to fish, watching him take his first
Oh, okay, the elder Metcalf. Okay, I was a bit confused. Totally described him as a boy. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. I got a little bit confused.
buck and seeing him grow up too fast.
Yeah, that's sad.
He spoke of a scholarship created in Austin's memory and said his family has been robbed. And right there, his own words, Jeff Metcalf told on himself. In your own memorial language, you told us about the kind of white boyhood Austin was raised inside. It was a boyhood steeped in conquest language, hunting rituals,
Conquest
warrior
language.
fantasies,
Oh my
masculine
gosh.
toughness,
Masculine
and the romance of
toughness.
force. You told us about a child praised for
That
not
is
just
so
being
stupid.
kind, curious, gentle, or careful, but for becoming a leader and a warrior in a racist culture where those words too often mean dominance.
No, being a leader and warrior don't mean that. And it's not a racist culture that we just inherently live in. But the people who say this stuff and push this kind of ideology are what makes it a racist culture, a race war. And it doesn't need to be that way. And just being a leader or a warrior does not inherently mean that, oh, you are in the wrong, or, oh, you are at fault for doing this. No, the person who aggressed and who stabbed the other person is in the wrong in this case.
This psycho saw a grieving father describe his son as a leader and a warrior and freak the fuck out because his son is white and therefore that's like white supremacy or some shit. In their
And I highly doubt that person would think that a black person being raised as a leader or warrior is inherently a bad thing in this quote-unquote racist culture.
world, white people are like only allowed to hate themselves, right? That's why libs are often the way way that they are, just like absolute cucks, just like rolling over and showing their bellies. Haha, white people can't dance. Haha, white people, like, they don't season their food. Because being anything other than that gets you treated like this. Reminder that this is a professor in a college teaching students right now, and you wonder why people are the way that they are. I swear we had it made in the 90s. I swear that was like peak normalcy. Do you feel that way? Maybe I'm just like a stupid millennial, like nostalgia because I was a child back then.
It could also be that we didn't have the internet back then, really, or we just had it and we didn't really know about all these things. I do think things get a lot more inflamed the quicker information goes around.
And I didn't know. I don't know. I kind of feel like race relations were better back then because it was all like, oh, we don't see color, and then they flipped it and they were like, actually, if you don't see color, you're racist. You have to acknowledge your white privilege and you're a colonizer.
I like the not seeing color bit. That was better when we could just not see color.
Or like, what the f? I feel like my worldview
back when we treated people at least more so by the content of their character rather than the color of their skin. I think that's a much better ideology.
It's just been shattered. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean we can't just all be in a circle and sing Kumbaya? What is this? Like, I was always taught from my parents, from my teachers, like, we shouldn't judge people on their skin color, blah, 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 blah. And like,
now we have
were these people just not taught that? Were they not taught that? I feel like they were just taught from a young age, like, white people bad, white people bad. Like, it's just hammered into their fucking heads. And like, honestly, like,
exactly
white people get told that in like university. Like, they go to college and they get told, white people bad, white people bad. It's really upsetting that
they pay to get taught that
a family had to bury their child, and it's all being overshadowed by insane people trying to make it about race. In a normal world, it wouldn't be about race, but we don't live in a normal world. I would like to believe a majority of people don't believe in some like civil war, race war thing and still believe in the Kumbaya bullshit. Like, I just want to be like, okay, this is just a minority of crazy people on the internet. At least that's what I tell myself. So that was that video. Hopefully you got some enjoyment out of my brain breaking. If you like this video, please subscribe. And if you can, donate to my Patreon, link down below. We have started doing Patreon only live streams.
See, and that's the thing though. This is why this kind of stuff is important, because it shouldn't be this way. We should absolutely treat people based on the content of their character, not just the color of their skin. We shouldn't be defending someone who stabbed someone just because of the color of their skin. And I don't want things to spiral out of control where we hate people based off their skin color just because they're black or because they're white. I don't think we should segregate people based off the color of their skin. And the problem is, if this stuff keeps happening, it's going to be pushed for more and more. Part of the reason why Donald Trump is losing popularity is because he isn't radical enough. Believe it or not. People think they see his falling poll numbers and think, oh, see, people are turning away from Donald Trump and going to the left. But that's not what's happening. They're going further to the right because they don't think enough is being done about this to actually address their concerns. So that is what's happening. People want further right-leaning individuals. And we can see this time again, because the trend is not going to the left, except for in a very few niche places where they have imported a bunch of immigrants, also usually illegally, and then let them vote there as well, even though they are not in the system, they are not citizens. And those are the only places that are going more left because they're the ones importing these people. And if we don't fight back against this, against racism, against attempts at segregation, against the hatred, then both sides will be radicalized more and more. There will be more and more calling for the ending of people's lives over these sort of events, and there will be more violence and more crime. And I, as a presumably rational person, don't want more violence. I don't want more crime. I would rather have a sane world, a sane country, where we get along and want prosperity and goodness for everyone to feel blessed. Not some tribal event where it's whites versus blacks versus Asians versus, whoever. I don't want that kind of world, and that's why I push back against these things. Let's see. Doesn't exist guy. Are you still there? Do you wanna watch the Iran Lego things? I don't mind interrupting this and going to the Iran thing. if that's what someone wanted to watch. Oh, that's an hour long. That's long. Let's see. Well, let's say. What is he talking about? I don't know if he's even here. If he's still here, maybe we'll watch him. But if he's not, Iran destroys Western war narrative. That was a month ago. Let's see. With Lego movies. Let's see. He might not even be there. I'll keep this up. If he returns, we can do that. Well, let's see. I thought I was the racist one. Let's see. I'm gonna watch leaflit. I think this is kind of on the same thing. This is an hour. It's kind of long.
Wait, what?
I think because of a lot of this is the same stuff, I'll let her do a lot of the heavy carrying. But if there's something else that I want to comment on, I'll comment on it.
Anti-white TikTok is insane. What is
white
this?
people superior at?
Who the fuck is leaflit?
Oh, this one's by actual justice. Okay, this one sounds up my alley. Let's watch this.
White people superior at?
Leaflit, would you make?
Who the fuck is leaflit?
They're real good at violence.
Violence, genocide.
And this is a newer video, right? Yeah, this was posted 4 hours ago. Yeah, and this is leaflit, but I thought I was the racist one.
Like stealing people's.
And see, again, all this like division over black and white, who's better, who's not. It's just like, why can't we just be there together and not turn this into a tribal thing? I think a lot of it is because it's so easy just to be tribalistic towards either left or right, black or white. And so instead of actually taking the effort to put any thought into it, any real effort into thinking of things through, it's just like, oh, this person looks like me, so I'll agree with them. Oh, this person agrees with me politically, so I'll agree with everything that they agree with. But it can't be this way. We have to take time and think about what we actually believe. It's difficult, but every now and then when you watch something, sit down and think to yourself, do you actually believe what you just watched? Or do you find yourself nodding along with it simply because this person agrees with your politics or this person looks like you? Do they actually have a point? Or is it just something you're watching and agreeing with because they agree with your politics?
So I never thought I'd be nostalgic for old school anti-white hatred, but do you guys remember? Do you remember when that was what we had to deal with? Corporate slop being posted on YouTube by organizations like BuzzFeed or MTV, or in this particular case, the Cut channel, where you have
Not racist, by the way. Not racist, by the way.
have a bunch of people lining up to talk about how much they hate white people. I mean, this woman right here ended up laughing at the entire premise of what white people are superior at. Again, let me play you that clip right there.
Are white people superior?
Wait a second, gotta ban a bot. Maybe I should just have kick up in the background so I can just scroll over here. Yes, it is me, human. Human. Let's see, where is this? Here, oh, and now we'll go here, ban you. Alrighty. And we're
Superior
done.
at?
Even though the answer is obviously BMI, I think we all know and understand that. But for a long time, this is what we had to engage with in terms of prominent anti-white content on the internet.com. I mean, you guys will remember MTV's notorious New Year's.
See, I remember that video. I think the one that he had up is a very old video.
Resolutions for white people video, which, by the way, did in fact feature a white person.
Hey, fellow white guys.
But they had to pick the most frail, weak.
Why does he look like Mark Zuckerberg?
Weak-looking white person humanly possible in order to represent all of you. Because again,
he looks like old Mark Zuckerberg. I think new Mark Zuckerberg improved his lizard skin costume a bit.
That was the bygone era that we're referencing. But now all of the people who want to spread anti-white hatred end up having TikTok. We have libs of TikTok to aggregate all this stuff, and what we find out is that the glitzy music and the production value and the dragging all the people in order to hate white people, all of that covers a lot more beneath the surface that is infinitely more disgusting, because the hatred is stronger, the smoke detector chirps are in fact louder, and this is what we're going to talk about today. But before we dig into the dark underbelly of TikTok, I want to talk about the dark underbelly of the internet and how you could
could protect your data from people who want to steal it with today's sponsor, Incogni. Have you ever heard the phrase that if something's free on the internet, you're the product? Well, that needs to be revised at this moment in time, because guess what? Anytime you use the internet, you're always the product. And this is because there are companies called data brokers that collect, package, and sell your private personal information. And this includes your full name, your telephone number, your email address, your actual address, and yes, even your social security number. But the thing is, you can actually request for your information to be removed from these websites, and federal law actually ensures that they have to do so upon request. But the thing is, there are thousands of these companies.
You love the government? Sure you do.
There's no way that you on your own are going to be able to do this, or at least that was true before today's sponsor, Incogni. See, what Incogni does is act on your behalf. You fill out a form with them, and they end up removing your information from all these different websites. They do the request, and by the way, this saves you countless hours. On my own personal Incogni page,
crazy
they put through 1,200
ate,
requests
like,
at this moment in time, and the time it would have taken me to do this on my own would be 845 hours and some change, which obviously I don't got the time for that, and neither do you. Now, while Incogni on its own tracks down your information on all these different data broker sites, you can actually use with one of their unlimited plans. And by the way, I have personally the family unlimited plan because I don't just want to protect myself, I want to protect my loved ones. Their custom removal tool to take your information off certain websites just by dropping a link into that tool in order to remove that information. And guess what? If you go to incogni.com/AJW and use my promo code AJW, you can get any of their plans for 60% off. So definitely 100% go to the link in the description or the top of the pinned comment and sign up today. That's incogni.com/AJW to save 60% off. Protect and secure your private information on the internet today. Incogni.com/AJW.
And right off the bat, man, free Carmelo. Straight up. Straight up.
Are we still on this, guys? Are we still on this? Are they still trying to say do nothing? Are we still there?
White lives. All lives don't matter over here, because on the daily, we get good, and ain't nobody got shit to say. But when lives don't matter over here, because on the daily, we get killed.
Huh? Oh? Yeah. Do you want to know who's killing you? You want to know? You want a little secret?
Do you want to take it? Do you want to take a guess? Do you want to take a little guess?
You guys are being killed by black people.
Ain't nobody got shit to say.
Yeah, because when you look at the crime statistics, a lot more people, like, there's a lot more black on black crime and homicides that happen there than white on black. Like, that's just not something you see very much of.
But when one of ours is protecting themselves.
It's not protecting himself, though.
Rosebud.
They get ambushed. They get threats.
So this video has gone viral.
And again, like, he wasn't ambushed. There was no ambush waiting for him. He went into a place where there were multiple people at, and then you're calling it an ambush. That's like breaking into someone's house. There are multiple people there. Like, the people who were inside the house ambushed me. The house, yes, the house that I broke into, they ambushed me. That makes zero sense.
Everywhere on social media, and a lot of people are reserving some of their commentary just for the appearance of this particular individual. And to be clear, the man has a very unique face, so much so that it is very likely he'll make one or at least all of the iterations of the thumbnail that I use for this video. But to be clear, on this channel, I will not be commenting on his appearance. Instead, I will tell you a story of when I was in Rome and I stumbled across a gypsy woman, and that gypsy woman looked so offensive, so stereotypical, so out of some kind of horrific 1940s depiction of gypsies that I actually walked up to her and said, "Ma'am, you're offensive, please go inside." And I actually ended up contacting the Roman police in order to make an arrest because I thought I was actually being victimized by a hate crime. Now, what that has to do with this individual's face right here, I don't know. You make the connection for yourself. But also, can we point out that this one curtain thing is completely unacceptable? And I know a lot of single guys in my audience think that this is passable, but why do you think there are two curtains that come in the pack? It's because...
No, see, I have two curtains up, but I have them taped together. I have taped my curtains together because we don't need that sunlight nonsense. I have a cat that sometimes gets in the windows, but I taped the window curtains together so she wouldn't go through the middle and none of that evil sunlight would infect my nice dark room.
You're supposed to position them like this so that you can open in the center.
No, they do not open. They do not open. They stay closed. The sunlight stays out. It is not welcomed here.
This one curtain thing makes me think that you're too stupid to realize.
Well, unless you're trying to use it as a blackout, you don't really care about it. You know what I mean?
That this is not a shower.
But I would say if you're trying to use it as a blackout, you should probably get a darker color because the white just isn't going to keep it out as much.
Just try it.
Guys,
also, it looks pretty bright in there.
Me a favor, get your life in order, get a woman in your life, put two damn curtains on your window, or have no curtain at all. This is some trash behavior. This is unacceptable. This is something that I gotta speak out about. Maybe I gotta do a whole entire video series on this.
You guys don't know about my curtain? My curtains are glued to the window.
Based.
Like, actually.
Based.
Like, I have the curtains. They're basically all taped to the window.
Wait, taped to the window? Yeah, see. So they're not glued, they're taped. I could probably do something like that, but I definitely could not glue them to the wall because I live in apartments and I don't want to risk destroying anything.
Yeah. So like,
I
they
could
can never
probably
open,
tape 'em.
basically. It's like a sheet, and it's like on the window, and it's like...
I also leave the sides intentionally untaped so my cat can just get on there on the windowsill.
Taped up on the outside.
Very important to
Because
her.
it's absurd. It's
like all around it.
insane. What is wrong with you? 2 curtains on that window.
Shame on y'all.
But if you get into the actual content of what he's saying, it's that white lives don't matter. He absolutely is not a fan of the white people. He's against them because I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Black people die every day, and it is the white people, the white man, that never cares about it, that never covers it, that never talks.
Let's take a gander. Let's take a little gander. Let's see. Let's see what the stats say. What do you think they're gonna say, chat?
What do you think?
Well. Black perpetrated crime rates, like this is a murder, by the way.
I do wish that she actually showed the stats on the screen. It would be very useful to have them for source checking in the future. And anytime you have stats given to you that are reliable, it's always very useful.
Murder, like homicide, etc. Black perpetrated rates against whites are 11 times higher than white perpetrated rates against blacks.
11 times higher. Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
Talks about it. Now, of course, this guy is advocating for Carmelo Anthony, a murderer, somebody who murdered Austin Metcalf.
Interesting from the white people killing us all the time, bro.
18-year-old teenager at a high school track meet. He could cover black murderers that murder other black people if he wanted on his channel. I do this all the time. I cover the story of a kid with Carmelo Anthony syndrome who shot and killed a man on the bus because
father killed by teen with Carmelo Anthony syndrome.
That man asked him to, follow a basic rule of society.
Yeah, that one was sad too. He just takes the life of someone who asked him to turn his music down, and he took the guy's life because he asked that he requested that he not just blur his music for everyone to hear. That is horrible.
Very similar to this particular case right here.
Now do Asians. Okay. How about Asians and blacks? Wait, is that 15 times higher? 15 times higher. Damn.
But nowhere on this guy's TikTok do you have...
See, and also, so much of this is culture because there are a lot of black people here who were here since like pretty much the beginning of America, which was not 400 years ago, but almost 250 years ago, that, they've assimilated into this lifestyle, this culture. But then you also have a lot of people still being imported from, there are third world countries out there that have completely different cultures. And a video that I actually want to cover later is showing that there are people that go to these countries from America to these third world countries thinking they'll be welcomed just because they're black, but the black people in these countries don't view them as black. They still think of these black people as Americans because they're from America. They don't accept them just because they're black, but it also shows this deep cultural divide that they have there. That, like, not all black people are just the same because they're black, but it does depend on what culture they're coming from as well.
Have that kind of...
It's like for every one black person an Asian kills, it's 15 dead Asians.
Coverage, because in reality, his issue isn't with black...
What kicks? Oh, thank you so much, you guys. Thank you, Mr. Park says, bro got the vacuum nose, he can smell coolers. And A1 does say, thank you so much for the 500 as well. Thank you so much.
People dying, it's with white people. Obviously, that is the case. And again, this is the kind of anti-white hatred that gets forwarded and promoted and fed to people over and over again via the algorithms of TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, mostly Instagram because Facebook's for the old people. And I just want to point out that this guy posts this kind of nonsense with no fear of consequences.
There anymore because it ain't no good in this shit. It ain't nothing good that's in this shit.
No good.
But they trying to lay the law down. All that shit. Y'all gotta give it up.
Wait, what?
Y'all gotta give it up.
Hold on.
It's not even
They're trying to lay down the law. Gotta give it up? What?
It ain't nothing good.
It ain't nothing good. Okay.
That's in this shit.
That's in this shit. Okay. There's nothing good in it.
But they
in Carmelo being in jail. All right.
They trying to lay the law down.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to lay the law down. Okay.
Well, I think he's also trying to say within this country, there's nothing good with this country. There's nothing good with them. With the way they enforce the law. They're racist is probably what he's trying to say when he says there's nothing good in this stuff.
Shit. Y'all gotta give it up.
All that shit, you gotta lay the law down.
And then you gotta give up trying to live by the law is what it sounds like what he's saying.
And all that shit, you gotta give it up, laying the law down?
Y'all gotta give it up. It ain't over. It ain't over.
She's stun locked. She got that CC going on.
Who the fuck is leaflit?
Holy fuck, man, dude. You know what? You want to know the thing that like I really hate, honestly? There's like what? Okay, you know what I hate, chat? Is like I feel like the more I get to know this world, the more I get to expose myself to the people of this world, I just realize that I hate. How do I explain it?
She hates. So that's...
Basically, I think I'm a huge fucking dumbass, to be honest. Like I do.
True.
I don't really think.
But then again, all VTubers are.
I know.
I will strive to be the biggest dummy.
That much about things and what's going on, and like these people make me really uncomfortable because it makes me feel like, wait, so like you guys are even dumber than me consistently, but like not even like a little bit, like a lot.
A lot of it.
You know, like we're talking like a sub 8 int score here. Like it's crazy. It's like the amount of people that are like this is crazy. Right, like barely real. Like NPC level, like barely even like a real person. When you realize how dumb the average is, you realize that half the population is dumber than that. Yep. Dude, for real, Rana, for real.
That's true.
And it's like so fucking painful. You know,
it is difficult as well because, you know, you still have, that is true. Like, you have to think of it. Like, however dumb the average is, which is pretty dumb. Again, I don't exclude myself from this. You have half the people who are even dumber than this. And then what escalates this further is almost everybody thinks they are just a little bit smarter than normal. Like you have the people who think they're really smart, but like the majority of the population, even though it's statistically impossible, the majority of the population actually thinks that they're a little bit smarter than the average person. So when you have a bunch of dumb people saying that they are smarter than over half of the population when that's not the truth, then that gives them the kind of confidence, to move forward with saying just the least intelligent sort of stuff.
It's so painful, like, yeah, knowing that everyone can vote. Mm-hmm. Like, everyone can vote. Like, this guy can vote, and it's the same as my vote. And I just, like, I hate it. You know what I mean? Like, I hate it. Like, I hate feeling this way, you know?
And I would agree, at least, like, it does seem like there should be some criteria of actually caring. That's what really makes mail-in voting, like, as bad as it is, because it makes it where you don't even have to put in the slightest amount of effort in order to vote. You don't actually have to care about voting in order to vote, especially the way they do it in some of the blue cities and blue states, where someone knocks on your door and is like, oh, hey, I'll just fill this out for you. You just give me your permission. And they're like, okay, yep, you do that. So you have a bunch of Democrats going around in these cities, and it's like, is it okay if we vote Democrat for you? And it's like, yep, there you go. I think they have them by their side. Is like, okay, if we do this. And it's just such a low bar that you don't even have to care about the well-being of this country in order to vote. Like, you can have the worst intentions for this country and still vote. So, like, it would be nice if there was some criteria. Hi, Kat. I love you very much.
Free Carmelo, man.
So your argument is free Carmelo, fuck it, because...
Get up
Can
here.
we, like, distill what this guy's actually trying to say?
It ain't no good in this shit.
There's nothing good in this.
Nothing good that's in this shit.
Nothing good.
But they
in Carmelo being in jail.
They trying to lay the law down.
But they're trying to lay the law down.
All that shit. Y'all
all of that shit, laying the law down.
gotta give it up.
You gotta give up. You gotta give up laying the law down.
I gotta give it up. It ain't over.
It ain't over. You gotta give up laying the law down. It ain't over.
It ain't over.
It ain't over.
Free Carmelo, man.
Then free Carmelo. Dude, it's like so incoherent. Hold on. It's like so incoherent, bro, dude. This is like a literal toddler talking. It's like you're talking to the kid. They're like, doggy.
Oh my gosh.
It's like actually.
I really like Leaflit's model, like the little thing there. I'm just looking at the costume. It's a really good, well put together costume.
Why is it like?
I know if her model throws up for a second.
Who the fuck is Leaflit?
Dude, we got. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know the real reason that this is happening? The real reason. Let me tell you. All right, guys. Because this is going to sound incredibly offensive, but you know it, I know it, everybody knows that it's true. No matter what, you can delude yourself into believing this isn't true as much as you want, but everyone knows it. Everyone knows in their heart that I'm right about this. The reason we are in the state is because it is a testament. It is a testament to the greatness of Western civilization that a person like this can be alive. Like, you think about that. Like if it wasn't for the excesses, the excesses created by Western civilization, this guy could not exist. He couldn't.
I do think that's true as well. You know, she does have a point where back in the day, if you did not reach a certain level, if you didn't possess a certain level of intelligence, then you wouldn't survive. The easier it is to survive, the less intelligence you have in order to survive. And with all the Western and like modern commodities that we have today, it makes it very, very easy for people to survive. Thankfully, like I'm thankful for that. But at the same time, it does in some ways make it more difficult as well, because we're taking care of more people who do not necessarily have the means to take care of themselves as well.
He couldn't exist. Like, he would literally have been eaten by like a fucking lion or some shit like that.
Who the fuck is
wolves? Take your pick. Wolves, lion, shark, scorpion, rattlesnake. Pick whatever you want. Drowning in the river, I don't know. Having a tree branch fall on his head. Natural selection would have killed off so many of these people, but like their existence is subsidized by the excesses of Western civilization. And that's the truth. And it's because we got too many programs. We have too many programs, too much welfare. That's it. And I'm just saying because here's the truth, right? So what would happen normally if you think about a regular situation outside of the excesses of Western civilization, this person would die to something natural before they can procreate. And you would just not have any of these genetics in the gene pool, like, period.
And another thing that does happen though at times, especially within certain cultures, there is a lot of inbreeding that happens. It's not all of them, but when inbreeding happens, you do have lower IQ, you do have people who struggle to survive more, you have more genetic faults, you have more diseases, and that's just an unfortunate reality that happens within these cultures that support this. It makes it very difficult for these people born. I don't know if this person is inbred. That's not what I'm saying, but it is possible, and this does happen more within like third world countries, and then they're imported here. So it looked like my cat wanted out. She does not. So that does make it a lot harder for these people to survive. But then they come here, and again, they get to vote. It's what really hurts people as well, because it's funny, when you Google it, it will not say that inbreeding leads to a more violent individual, but it will say leads to a lower IQ individual, and that's been proven. And then it will go on to say that lower IQ tends to lead towards more violent people. So it's like, no, inbreeding does not lead to more violent people. It leads to lower IQ, which leads to more violent people. Is like, okay, so it leads to more violent people. It's just not directly, but also kind of directly. It's like, so then again, they come here and there's problems. I don't know about the specific individual, maybe not, but there are plenty of examples like that here in America.
But like because of the excesses, we just have compounding, like retardation. Like, it's like retard on retard over and over and over again. Sage Money, thank you so much for the bits. Thank you, I appreciate it. You don't hate them because they're black, you hate them because they're commies? Yeah, I'm not hating. I never said anything about him being black as this being the reason behind this. I'm talking about all people, all races have fucking retards that are being propped up by society. It's just the truth. I mean, I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling you, everybody knows it's true.
White people have been banned and restricted for criticizing Black Lives Matter, the organization, not even the concept that black people's lives
and it's
actually...
like, I'm just being like, are we really surprised? Are you really surprised that like it devolves into like animalistic tribalism? Like how is that a surprise? How is that a surprise? Like duh. Mr. Paxton, thank you so much for 500 kicks again. Thank you so much. Thank you.
matter. And yeah, it's embarrassing, it's humiliating, but again, when you're dealing with somebody like this, you basically have to lower all of your standards, lower your threshold for your expectations, because he will consistently underdeliver. But if you're expecting anything, if you're expecting zero, you will be
The problem is that it's not okay. So if it was like this one guy and that's it wouldn't really be a problem. The problem is that the thousands of other people that saw that video went, true. That's the problem.
Exactly, and the problem is when it stops being an anecdotal incident and it becomes a statistic instead. You have a widespread group of people who think like this, and that basically brings down society, the rest of society as well.
Dramatically disappointed.
Yes, so
But
true.
when one of ours is protecting themselves.
See, like in guys, in a civilized society, we would have just been like, "Shut the fuck up, retard." It would have been over. Like you would have had like a guy in the town square, like talking like this, and everybody like, "Shut the fuck up."
They get ambushed. They get threats. They get all this. That cracker, we smoking on that.
What? Guys, we're gonna actually like analyze this. Like we're actually gonna try to understand. Okay.
If you're expecting zero, you will be dramatically disappointed.
But when one of ours is protecting themselves.
Well, okay, so black people are protecting themselves. Okay.
But again, black people, white people, no matter what your race, you're not part of a hive mind. You're not part of just a group of people, and which is also really why I want to get around to that next video where even black people in other countries don't think of black Americans as one of them. So it depends on what you mean of one of us, quote unquote.
Protecting themselves.
I also really like her mouse.
They get ambushed. They get threats.
One of us is protecting ourselves. That we get ambushed.
There was no ambush.
Okay, you know what?
There wasn't a
Let's take a gander.
a threat. He was
Black
asking
on
him
white
to leave.
homicide rates 11 times higher. Robbery, black on white, 5 to 8 times higher per capita. Rape, 3 to 4 times higher. Aggravated assault, 2 to 4 times higher. Black on white violent crime, 3 to 5 times higher. Blacks commit more violent crimes against whites than vice versa by a multiplicative factor of 11 times. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about, retard?
They get all this. They get ambushed. They get threats. They get all this. That cracker, we smoking on that Austin pack.
What?
They get threats. They get all this.
Hold on, what?
One of ours is protecting themselves.
Protecting themselves.
Protecting themselves.
Protecting themselves.
They get ambushed.
They get ambushed. Okay,
But he wasn't protecting himself, not at all. He just wanted to be in somewhere where he was asked to leave.
True. Not even remotely true, like on a racial level. Like maybe it happens like sometimes, but like in terms of it being like a pandemic of white people beating the fuck out of black people for no reason, data doesn't really show that.
Get threats. They get all this. They get ambushed. They get threats.
They get threats.
They get all this.
They get all of this? Okay, again, not really true.
That cracker, we smoking on that.
Wait, what? Fuck that.
They get threats. They get all this.
That slur against white people.
That cracker, we smoking on that Austin pack.
Like, what, we smoking that? What the fuck, bro?
I don't care anymore because it ain't no good in this shit.
So there's only so many.
There ain't no good in this shit.
There ain't no good in this stuff.
In enforcing the law? Leaflit can use AI, so he's wearing a Goblin Lives Matter t-shirt. So he's really thinking the best. Thank you so much. I don't hate. You don't hate it because they're commies. Yeah, true.
Times that you can go over the facts of the Carmelo Anthony case where he murdered Austin Metcalf. I mean, we had a recent release of the surveillance video where you could see Carmelo Anthony fleeing the scene of the crime. And of course, these people are making the case that Carmelo Anthony was actually in fear for his life.
Okay, so this is him right here.
When he was running away. Again, no answer as to why he ran away after stabbing somebody instead of, running away before stabbing somebody. No answer to the fact that all of the witnesses said Carmelo Anthony kept saying, touch me.
See, and again, his testimony was that he couldn't leave because it was raining outside. But this is directly after he stabbed him, and he doesn't seem to have any problem leaving now.
Hexley Switch 100, when's the last time you seen a video of a group of white kids ganging up and beating up on a black kid? No, but you see, you're thinking about reality when you could just say that it's racist and that everything is bad when it happens against you. Joe Leaflet, you got the slur pass after becoming white. Thank you, voice of the fire, I can't say it, but
And see what happens and grab the knife out of his bag prior to any potential shove from Austin Metcalf. No answer to the fact that these people claimed that there was high resolution video of Carmelo Anthony being jumped, and obviously we do not see that in
Then he just starts walking as if he didn't just commit a crime. He's like, nope, I'm far enough away now, they'll never know it was me.
Video. But again, these people, they don't care about the facts. They want to pretend that they care about the Carmelo Anthony case. But a basic thing that we discovered, and I talk about a lot on this channel, is that if you ask these people to read anything, if you ask them to do any kind of follow-up,
they can't read. What is the inner city? 20 to 26% literacy rate.
Oh my gosh, 20 to 26%.
Oh, here's a fun one, guys. Here's a fun one. But you know, culture has nothing to do with anything, right? But you know,
Nothing to do with it.
inner cities, lower than average proficiency in reading.
Wow.
15 to 25% proficient.
Oh my gosh.
For honestly, both Black and Hispanic students.
Wow.
It's actually similar, 15 to 25%, right?
That's so sad too. Like,
but Asians,
how can you let that happen?
Are national average. So wait, hold on. So if you have Asians living in the same poor conditions, they're just still the national average. Huh. That's
so even though both groups are poor, but the poorness does not seem to affect the Asians' literacy rates. Okay, now my cats want to go. I must heed her call. Urgh. She just wanted to stare outside the door as well as she does.
Interesting. Oh, whites too, by the way. National average. This is in the same neighborhoods, the same poor neighborhoods.
And I think that's a big thing to do also with, well, again, you have importing people from the third world countries, and not all Black people are the same, you know. If they're coming from different cultures, that's going to affect things as well. But also, you have a victim mentality, and it's been proven time and time again. If you have that victim mentality, if you believe that you're going to fail and that everything's rigged against you, you do worse. If you believe that you can't succeed, you will do worse. So even let's say hypothetically the system is rigged against you and you don't have a chance. Don't believe it. Always believe that, or rather, don't believe that you're without hope. Just believe that there's always a way. You can do it. Grit those teeth. And even if you don't believe in yourself, believe in me who believes in you. Because you know what? I do believe in you. Like, I do not come from a... What's my cat doing? I do not come from a wealthy background. I don't come from a well-educated background. But even I have been able to hoist myself up and do stuff with myself because I never stop believing, and I won't stop believing. That's why I continue to do this as well. I won't stop believing. So don't stop believing. I think there should be a song about that, about don't stop believing. That would probably make for a pretty good song. But yeah, never stop.
And here's the problem, right? So like, hear me out, guys. Like, right? Like, we're just gonna take it back for a second, right? Do you want to know my big problem with this? My big problem with this is that...
I'm gonna check on my cat real quick, make sure she's getting to the kitchen okay. One sec. It's just that sometimes the dogs will sit there and like block her from coming out of my room. I have a dog gate right outside my room, and she doesn't like the dogs, but the dogs will sit there and just block her from getting out. So I have to make sure she can actually get out okay sometimes. They don't hurt her, but she's very afraid of the dogs regardless because they're much bigger than her.
In order to say, I'm such a good person, I'm just such a loving, and I'm such a loving, and I'm just such a accepting person, and you're a fucking bigot, leaflet. In order for them to say that, they are dooming all of these people, by the way, to 15 to 25% literacy rate because they refuse to face the truth of the actual issue and fix the root problem.
Yep.
Because I'm interested in fixing this problem. If that's the problem, okay, well then how can what can we find out what's going on? Is this an issue with, I don't know, food, water, culture, like family structure, like transportation, like breakfast? Like what is it? What is it? Because it's clearly not. It's clearly not even really. Actually, I can't even say that. I don't even know. I should look it up. Okay, how about? Holy fuck!
The problem is they never watched Gurren Lagann when they were a child or when they're a teenager or whatever. They never learn how to believe in the spirit of the human will.
This can't be real. Is this real? Hold on. Approximate percentage of black students performing at the grade proficient levels, high school level, 10 to 20% at high school reading level.
Oh
inner
my
city,
gosh, no.
Inner city blacks, 10 to 20% can read at a high school reading level. So in the suburbs, 20 to 35%. Okay, so it goes up a lot in the suburbs. Wealthy neighborhoods goes to 40 to 60%. Wait, really?
But it's still lower than the average.
It's only 40 to 60 if wealthy? That can't be.
No.
I mean, it's like a huge jump though. 10 to 20 to 40 to 60. This can't be real. But I refuse to believe it.
So in certain areas, you still have below 50% of the population for the black population, and I think she was reading Hispanic too. Less than 50% in some areas reach the actual grade standard. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so here's the high school reading level proficiency. Inner city, black, 10 to 20%, Hispanic, 15 to 25%, white, 30 to 45, Asian, 35 to 55. When you move to the suburbs, it becomes 20 to 35 for blacks, 25 to 40 for Hispanics, 40 to 55 for whites. And wait, really? Dude, hold on. In the suburbs, only 55%, like at the high end of white people know how to read?
That's still bad.
Bro.
Still really bad.
No, this is high school level of reading, so you can read like high school level words.
Yeah, that's still horrible. Still horrible.
This is high school reading level proficiency.
These people are giving up. No, and it might not be just victim mentality as well, especially nowadays. So many people just have no attention span, just on TikTok all day, used to like these 5 to 10 second videos. Could be that, probably a whole slew of situations. But I do think it still helps if you drop that victim mentality, you believe in yourself, because like as someone with ADHD who has difficulty focusing on things, sometimes you just have to believe in yourself and do things that you're not comfortable with. And what I mean by that is, like, for me, I don't find comfort in reading and studying. I find comfort rather in playing video games and watching YouTube. But, you know, it's difficult. But when I have to study, when I have to learn something, I'll drop the video games and do what I need to do. That's what it is. You can't just sit there and watch videos all day or play video games or whatnot. They're a good source of entertainment. They're fine to have every now and then, but you have to get up and do something at some point.
So you can still read like basic ass shit, but then this is like being able to read a book. You see the difference? So this isn't like read a sign that says stop. This is like read a book. Dude, how is this fucking possible, bro? What are we even paying for? No, real question. Like, what are we paying for? And they keep going, oh, but the teachers don't make enough money. Well, yeah, maybe because you don't fucking do anything. Holy fuck, dude. So you're telling me that they come out of this shit in the suburbs. The suburbs aren't even bad. Only 55% of the people can read to a high school proficiency level.
That's just sad.
But they know about all of the gay shit?
All the gay stuff. What the fuck? You have to make sure you know your pronouns.
Research into the subject matter that they're posting about, their brains would explode. Again, we learned this with the Michael Brown case.
Dude, it's no wonder. No wonder. You know what? Honestly, TikTok and Blue Sky and Reddit, it makes so much fucking sense now. You know what? My eyes have been opened. I get it. Yeah, you know what? It actually is like that. It actually, as the kids say, it do be like that.
10 years removed from that particular case, so there's a whole Department of Justice.
As the kids say, it.
We're gonna slow it down. Oh, I had a 1.5. I don't care. Let's see, what was this?
Do be like that.
Oh, darn. Okay, that's all it says.
10 years removed from that particular case, so there's a whole Department of Justice report that actually goes over 3 different autopsies, multiple different investigations.
I remember when I was, I remember when I was in middle school, everyone knew how to read. Like, even the black kids. So like what is this? Yeah. Like what is going on? I grew up in the countryside though, to be fair. Like
I feel like literacy rates have just fallen off a cliff.
What is happening?
That show that Michael Brown was the aggressor, Officer Darren Wilson was.
Even the black kids, yeah, because they have the lowest rate. It's 20 to 35%. So the point in me saying even the black kids is that it's clearly this is like either like a city thing, like an average, I don't know, like maybe it's different in other places, or I don't know. The point that I'm bringing up is, why are we not looking into this? I mean, like, why are we too busy? We're so busy complaining about racism and shit. And see, this is the problem, right? And again, to reiterate,
nowadays you just have AI to read everything for you. You know, you're like, what does this say? Sum up this book for me. What does this report say? Can you just say it aloud? Okay, sure. So many people. I have Chat GPT scholarships and everything. And this Chat GPT degrees.
The problem that I said there was is that by saying, oh, it's so mean to say that, oh, that's racist, to even bring up the statistics, the more you do that, the more the problem gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean? I feel like I'm the only one trying to fucking solve it. I feel like I'm the only one that actually cares about black people.
Can't just
That's
let
what it feels like to me. I'm like, am I the only person that
worse.
actually cares about black people? And you guys are just like too busy grifting, like patting yourselves on the back for being like, I'm like so, you know, Black Lives Matter. I'm so anti-racist, anti-fascist. They spent all the fucking time petting themselves on the head when they're not solving any of this.
Nope.
There's like clearly something happening here.
Wait, that shirt, Fox. Isn't that from Metal Gear Solid? I want to say that it is. It might be a real thing, but I think this is a Metal Gear Solid shirt. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna use my ADHD. So there is images. Yes, yeah, dude! Metal Gear Solid, let's go! Called it!
It's justified. Michael Brown did not put his hands up. All the myths are debunked. And by the way, you don't even
And
have
then
to
they're gonna, you know what? They're gonna fucking call me racist. Oh, leaflet's racist and shit. I'm the only one that cares about black people here.
read the full report. All you have to do is make it to page 8. But asking these people to make it to page 8 in over a
I'm waiting for my cat to come back in so I can close the door. I leave the door open until she comes back in.
decade, impossible. Challenge undoable. So the idea that they would be keeping up with this case.
He's like, grew up in the 80s and 90s. Guess how I feel about this? I know. That's what I mean. Like,
Right?
were the 80s and 90s just some magical fucking time? There's like a...
We were better back then.
Holy fuck.
As they're advocating for Carmelo Anthony to
Man.
be free.
Man, when a lot of the Gen Z, the Alpha, Gen Beta, when they take over, I don't think they're going to be ready to take over. And things are going to be really, really bad, I think. That's going to be tragic. Like, this is exactly why we need to teach our children, train them up, make sure they can at least read.
Absurd and ridiculous. And again, there's also
This is going to sound harsh, but let them go worry about yourself first. Oh, no. I mean, I definitely feel that way. Like, really, to be honest. Like, you know, I care about my family, like, way more than I care about, you know, my family, my friends. I care way more about them than, like, random people. But I'm just saying.
But for societal reasons, we do need a strong society that knows basic English and math.
Like, if we can fix the
stuff.
problem, and we're spending money on it anyway, then, like, how the fuck are we not fixing it? Like, how? Right? The government is like a fucking crackhead. Fucking
We're just throwing the money in the money hole.
government, crackhead government, just constantly like, can I have some more money? I'm gonna need a little bit more money.
Give me the money.
I can't solve all of these problems unless you give me more money.
Hi, Cat. I love you.
Give me some money.
Close the door now.
I need it now.
Where did my guy go? Okay, he's there. One sec. I'm going to close a door now. Hi. Not right now. Not right now. Maybe later.
Just, I need more money. Like a fucking crackhead. I need a little bit more money, please, man. I need some more money. Fucking, like, scratching his face and shit. Give me more money. If we just get a little bit more money, I could fix it.
more money.
Just
More
give me some
money,
money and I'll be okay. Bro.
Continued defamation of Austin Metcalf after he's dead. These people are so obsessed with their anti-white hatred that they go after Metcalf and his family. They celebrate his death, when in all accounts, people should be able to acknowledge, again, except for these people, that the murder of a 17-year-old, or even the death, if you believe that it's justifiable self-defense, is not a good thing.
Dude,
yeah.
I gotta tell you something, okay?
Very
Like,
basic.
can I talk to all the white people in chat for a second?
Okay, sure. Pull us aside.
You want to know how absurd this is? This is so absurd. So,
pretty
like,
absurd.
they take your money. You pay all your money in taxes, right? They take your money.
Yep.
And then they bitch at you after and say that you're awful.
Yep.
This is like so fucking hilarious, bro. It's like so funny. It's like they subsidize their shit, saying like, "Oh, fuck white people, fuck them," and then they subsidize.
Okay. I've been in that situation. You give someone money, and then when you give someone money, it's like, but it's not enough money. I need more. Like, you do not need more of my money. Thank you very much.
You guys pay for that shit. It's actually unreal.
You're so bad for not giving any more money.
How is this possible?
Been there, done that.
Thank you, Thank you.
I mean, again, in almost every case, we're able...
We need reparations. Okay, you know what? I actually have a good plan for reparations. Hear me out, guys. We should pay reparations. We should do it. But it comes with losing your citizenship. So like, if you want the reparations, you can get the reparations and you can get the fuck out of here. I would totally pay for it. It'd be worth it. It would be 100% worth it, man. Take my money.
Black person is the aggressor, which, by the way, is the overwhelming majority of cases, despite the fact that, again, if we go to that cut video, they say white people are better at violence.
The fact that white people are superior.
They're real good at violence. Violence.
Let's do a little
Not according to the statistics.
fact check here, you know? I'm feeling a little fact check. How many white majority countries are currently committing genocide? 0. How many black countries are committing genocide?
That's crazy.
It's like stealing people's lives.
I guess you've never seen any crime statistic ever in your entire life. We still don't celebrate the death of that particular person because it is a tragic tale, especially when you have somebody dying. And again, this is just something that these people, these black TikTokers that are pushing this anti-white hatred, do not share with us.
I'll tell you what, it's more than 0.
Yep. As a fundamental value, and it's something that we have to accept, that these people walk among us.
It's
Do you know
not, it's not. Oh, wait, what was that? I saw something. There's a flash of something. I must find it. Among Us. Okay.
Do you know how? As a fundamental value, and it's something that we have to accept, that these people walk among us. Do you know how sad?
How about Israel, dude? Israel's like Schrodinger's race, bro. They're like white whenever they.
But also, like, they specifically, a lot of them specifically target like white Christians as well, because they do not like Christianity, and then they'll claim that they're the religion of peace.
Feel like it and they're not white when they feel like it. I don't know, bro. I don't know if they count as.
Is that people can't accept the idea that murder is wrong and not something to be promoted. And again,
thank you so much. Thank you.
Accept the idea that murder is wrong and not something to be promoted. And it's something that we have to accept, that these people walk among us. Do you know how sad it is that people can't accept the idea that murder is wrong and not something to be promoted? And again, they do it based on tribal lines, but this is a common thing among the left wing. And I'm not saying all black people are left wing, but the fact is, this is something similar that we see in
the voting pattern is very left wing for black populations,
where people are celebrating.
Though there are a lot more black women that vote Democrat than there are men. Black men are starting to vote Republican more and more. I still think they lean Democrat, but they're going more Republican. And again, you have that imported population as well.
The murder of Brian Thompson, because Brian Thompson is a healthcare CEO, or was a healthcare CEO. And
the worst thing about this, dude, like, to be honest, I know, I would be so fucking pissed right now if I was like a normal ass black person and I had to deal with like this fucking, you know, this fucking zoo. You know, I'd be so upset. Honestly, my memories, I am, bro. Dude, I would be so fucking mad, bro.
Again, a lot of it is like what that one person said during the shoe on head video. It's like, you have to be a juror because every black person is a Carmelo Anthony. And then like that's like saying every white person is a Ted Bundy, so you have to defend them as hard as you can. It's like, no, I'm not a Ted Bundy, nor am I an Anthony Carmelo. No, stop it. Stop comparing me with those people.
Like, you're just trying your best. You're just trying to get along as a normal ass person, and then it's like they're grifting off of you. Like, they're like at your expense. They're acting like this, and they're for their own benefit, they're fucking up your image. Basically, it's actually unreal. So I feel so bad for all of the normal ass, you know, cultured black people that exist. It's like you got to deal with this constant feeling of like, oh God, right? It's kind of like the white guilt thing, but like even worse.
For you
but not self-inflicted. It's white guilt, but not self-inflicted. This is what it is.
Have a reason to demonize them. They're just doing it based on racial lines. But again, this is a taught behavior, particularly by the left wing, against the enemy.
They turned me into Uncle Ruckus as DS history. I know, man. Like honestly, dude, I do not envy you guys, man. Like, you guys have it rough, to be honest. Let me be real. Like, just all of the I mean, let's be real, right? The pattern recognition stuff, it hurts you guys, because you know it definitely does hurt you guys. Like, in terms of how people will perceive you in the open. You know, of course, you know, you'll be cool, you'll be chill, and then people will change their perception of you in general. But it really is really bad off the bat.
And they have deemed the enemy modern society, civilized.
They're smart as Clarence Thomas. Dude, there's really, like, this is the thing, is all of the really, really smart, like really good, like I would say like kind of legendary black units are hated by the black community. You got Clarence Thomas, you got Thomas Sowell, like they're really smart, right? Exactly. Yeah, Larry Elder are really smart, and they fucking hate them.
Society,
it's
because
fucking
let's be
hilarious.
clear, it is far beyond Austin Metcalf.
I mean, But you do also have your like Don Lemons and Barack Obamas as well. I mean, no matter what you think of them, they are educated enough. Barack Obama is as well, to get in positions of influence. So regardless of what you think of them, they're smart enough to get in those, and those are they're still loved by that community that pushes this ideology.
Again, what these people are advocating for is this idea that if a white person or any person tells you that, you should follow a basic rule of society, then a black person gets to murder you in response to that, and that's somehow self-defense. Any expectation of normal behavior from a black person, especially a black male teenager, in their opinion, is a justification for murder, and it's absolutely shameful. And again,
I'm gonna be honest, like if you are if you try to claim to yourself that you're so anti-racist that if you saw a group of black people walking up to you, like black thug looking dudes, and you were like, I'm not gonna walk away, I'm just gonna keep going about my business and turn my back to them and all of that thing, you're just a fucking idiot, to be honest. You're an idiot, and you need to get natural selected as well, to be honest.
And
trying to join the natural selection train.
I do think, at least with that statement, again, if there's thugs, there's thugs, if they have certain look to them, probably I mean, I don't know necessarily, probably gang tattoos and whatnot. There's certain looks that people who have been to prison before have to them, usually, not always, but I mean, and that doesn't matter what race you turn your back to. If you turn your back to thugs, no matter what the race, probably not a good idea. It's not just like it's not like you should be afraid of just a bunch of black people. I really don't think that, at least. I mean, I know plenty of black people that I would never that I would never be like, oh man, I gotta be afraid of them or whatever. That's just not the case. So there's that.
For the toxic empathy version.
I'm killing that bitch ass white boy. And honestly, chat.
My brain is not thinking as clearly. Just whenever I talk more, I don't know. I don't think as clearly. Oxygen deprivation or whatever.
Murder.
But for the toxic empathy version.
Killing that bitch ass white boy. And honestly, chat.
What?
Murder.
They found
completely shameful. And again, it goes far beyond Carmelo Anthony.
Sources told me that they found Carmelo Anthony guilty of killing that bitch ass white boy. And honestly, chat. You can't really expect much in America. I didn't think you would get found guilty, but I kind of.
You can't expect much of America because justice was served. Oh, jeez. How terrible.
Horrible.
Man. What is even the point of civilization?
I'm not surprised by this. When you know what the criminal justice system is and what it's really meant to do, you don't get surprised at outcomes like this. They'll let.
Yeah. I couldn't do anything with my life, so I had to resort to crime because the white people are putting me down.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch.
Rick Chow out, but they won't free Carmelo Anthony. A man who actually had his life threatened by two big ass white boys.
At no point in time did he have his life threatened.
But
yeah, threatened. Yeah, sure.
By asking him to please move out of the tent.
He got threatened by the people without a knife, and he had a knife. Yeah.
Free Carmelo Anthony, man. He ain't douches nobody.
So I like the fact that this guy starts his video with, I heard from my sources that Carmelo Anthony was found guilty. Is your source the news? Is your source everyone on
Did he actually look into it?
The internet.com? Why are you acting like this is inside information? You're an absolute...
Dude, honestly, the more I think about it, the more I think my idea is like amazing. We do reparations. That's gonna be my platform when I run for Supreme Regina Princess President Chancellor Prime Minister Führer.
I don't know what a Regina is. I've not heard of that.
When I run for that, then that's going to be my platform is we do reparations. I'm going to run on a pro reparations platform. Yep.
Idiot in every possible way. And again, you have the demonization of Austin Metcalf, who was stabbed for no reason.
It's gonna be we give them full reparations, and then you get to fuck out. Basically, you get to fuck out and never want to hear you talk again. Basically. Also, my other policy would be actually not a full cutting of foreign aid, because I actually think that might be a bad idea. Okay. There's reasons behind it, and the reasons is that like people are going to use it to eternally bitch at us. So what we do instead is we do one more round of foreign aid, and that final round says, okay, listen, you fix your shit up in 10 years, That's it. It's over.
That's it.
After this thing, from the goodness of our hearts, it's over. It's over, and it's only your fault. You have yourself to blame because we're telling you right now it's over on this date, and it's super fucking over. Like after this, you ain't getting shit. You ain't getting nothing, and it is your fault if you didn't solve the problem. You got all of the benefit, everything. You know, you could say whatever you want, and you just make yourself look like a fool. Make yourself look like a fucking idiot.
I don't necessarily think that foreign aid is bad because, again, it does implement soft power as well, and we get stuff from them as well. So as long as we're benefiting from it, especially more than they're benefiting from it, then it's not necessarily bad, especially if it stops like China or Russia coming in there and using their soft power to, I don't know, collect resources or whatever. But overall, foreign aid can be useful. We just can't be using it for a bunch of stupid junk either. Like foreign aid can be good. But it is unfortunate as well that so many of these countries that we give foreign aid to, they don't even have interest in fixing their stuff. It really is, they just take the money and use it for whatever. Also, if it's like foreign aid where they have to use it to buy our stuff, like our eggs, our produce, and whatnot, that can also be very beneficial as well. Kind of like the thing that Trump wants to do with Iran is like, okay, we'll unfreeze your assets, but you have to buy from us with those assets. There you go.
And of course, we have the repeating of the idea that he was attacked by multiple people.
No, see, the thing is if you just, okay, like here's the problem. We've been giving them aid for so long that if you take it away from them, they're going to blame us for it, basically. And then they're just going to like anti-American sentiment. And like, you know, if you're fully prepared to like glass them, then like, sure, whatever, right? But like, I don't think we're really up to do that. So it's best to like not drum up like anti-sentiment. And you have, the way that you do it is you hold them personally accountable. And you tell them, listen, guys, this is it. This is it. We're nice. We're nice. See, we're nice. We're giving you a little bit more. And that's it. If you don't fix your shit and you don't meet these goals and you don't give us other shit that we want, it's over, basically. Like it is 100%. The ball is in your court. These are the terms. Ball's in your court. That's it.
That was refuted at trial. Again, these people are supposedly really caring about Carmelo Anthony.
So I thought about that actually while I was in bed. While I was in bed, I thought about the colonization idea a little bit more. And I don't know if it's a good idea. I don't know if it's a good idea. Just like based on historical points of colonization, it like rarely worked out, basically. So I think the main thing, I think it's better to just have a system where they're held accountable for their actions. The problem is there's no accountability, and we need to drive accountability is the issue.
See, here's the thing. I'll admit I'm ignorant on how the attempts of colonization went. I would like to know more about that. Definitely an area I could stand to know and grow in that area. But I think if they were willing and wanting us to colonize them, it wouldn't be a bad thing necessarily. Because here's the thing. A lot of infrastructure that we built in these countries is now going to waste because they don't maintain it. So even areas where we did help them, it's not being maintained. Apparently even where, and I don't know if this is verified, but where Mr. Beast created those wells for them in certain countries, they were kind of stripped for materials instead of actually being maintained. So if they wanted the colonization there, and as long as we don't do anything inhumane to them, I don't see a problem with that. And then maybe you could have that as the terms of giving human resources or humanitarian aid to them. It's like, if you let us colonize you and, help improve your way of living, then we'll continue to give you aid. And then if you don't want that and you don't want us here, then okay, we won't be here, but neither will our money, and we'll just keep it. So those are the terms and conditions. That's what I think anyway.
Yet they won't pay
But again, I don't know exactly what happened historically with our previous attempts at colonization. I think there was war and violence and stuff, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'd be more willing to accept it if money was attached to it.
attention to his trial. They don't care that much. They only care about the part about the white people dying and that being good. In this particular case, it was Austin Metcalf.
The problem is like, okay, that would be a solution, but like actually, like that would be a solution, but you're not gonna like what it's gonna take for that. Like that, like if that's actually your solution, it's like to call and like what it's gonna take.
Leaflet colonization only works if the native population is cooperative to the colonizers, like my people. To the colonizers.
Take for that. But like actually, like that would be a solution. The problem is like, okay, that would be a solution.
And that being good in this particular case.
We take over their the something did slave stuff better with I don't know why we did a breeding program.
Case it was Austin Metcalf.
The problem is
I'm trying to see what she's replying to because I don't know what she's replying
to. Like okay, that would
attention to his
is the issue.
I don't know what she's talking to. I just want to figure what she's talking about.
Yet they won't pay attention to his trial. They don't care that much. They only care about the part about the white people dying and that being good in this particular.
See, she says colonize something America. I don't see that comment.
Your case, it was Austin Metcalf.
The problem is like, okay, that would be a solution, but like actually, like that would be a solution, but you're not gonna like what it's gonna take for that. Like that, like if that's actually your solution, it's like to colonize like everybody, make everyone America. You're not gonna like what you're gonna have to do for that. No, I mean, you know, could it work? Could it work? Yeah, I think so. I think it would. I think it would have better results for the future of humanity. Like to be honest, but then the problem is like you're gonna have to do a lot of bad things in order to get there, and that's why I'd rather go with like an approach that's a little bit more measured, personally.
Also, I'm not entirely sure that an entire worldwide country is exactly the way to go necessarily. I just think that there are ways that we could help other countries. But yeah, also not a fan of the ends justify the means sort of ideology as well.
That was your evil white racist white person. What did he do? Again, expect Carmelo.
It's like I said, I thought about this for a long time. I was like literally lying in bed and I'm like, colonization. What should we do? Should we do it? But that might lead to genocides. Is that a good thing?
Yeah, let's not do. Let's not.
I was like thinking about, but see, like I'm thinking about it in terms of like, you know, call me selfish or whatever. But I was thinking of it in terms of like my tribe, like our people, like all the stellar humanists and stuff like that. I'm thinking of it in terms of like, would it provide a better would it provide a better result for humanity? Like with humanity, like would it provide a better world for our children and stuff like that? And I was like really thinking of it in terms like that, right? And I just don't. I think that like the enactment of what it would take in order to do that might actually erode our soul too much. Does that make sense? So like even if you were to like do it, like the amount of like erosion of like societal morality might be like too high, even like if I discount like the other people completely, like if I just don't even count them, like if I were.
Well, I feel like committing genocide is already the corrosion of the human soul and of human morality as well. So again, I wouldn't necessarily go the genocide route. I don't think that's something that should be on the table.
To just in my mind to just replace them with
just generally as a Christian who doesn't believe in doing genocides
like bots, and I were to say that, it's like I just don't know if it's worth it.
Anthony to follow a basic rule of society, approach Carmelo Anthony, not realizing that he was willing to murder based on perceived disrespect. And yeah, these people celebrate this. And by the way, he ends up bringing up the Rick Chow case. We actually have a long breakdown of that particular case, but I will remind you.
Welcome to my stream. It's very cursed. I feel like I have one of the most cursed streams like on online. I'm not gonna lie.
Which is why we watch you. By the way, the video she's watching is only 20 minutes long, if you hadn't already noticed. Yes, so the video she's watching is 20 minutes long, Her video is an hour and 14 minutes long. She adds almost an entire hour to it.
I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. I feel like my streams are fucking awful, to be honest. I'm like, why the fuck are you guys watching? It's literally like rant all day about stupid shit.
That Rick Chow,
because we enjoy the Gremlin,
ended up shooting somebody who allegedly pulled the firearm on his son after they suspected him, wrongly by the way, of shoplifting. And then after that, Rick Chow actually called the police and then rendered aid, provided CPR, did everything he could.
Hey Tabatash, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh my gosh. It always surprises me when it does the raid. It's like, what's all this noise? It's someone raiding her.
Welcome to the talk where the topic of the day is.
I feel like she's getting tired as well. When I talk a lot, I get tired. I think the oxygen deprivation is also starting to kick in for her after 50 minutes of doing this.
Colonization, genocide, and reparations. Is by sending boarding schools until the 18, they'll have to adapt the rules or they get beat. Says DS history, dude.
I didn't hear what she said. I was zooming out. I was reading comments.
Is by sending boarding schools until the 18, they'll have to adapt the rules or they get beat. Says DS history, dude. Honestly, that'd probably work, honestly. But then you would have to have a thing where there's like no pussyfooting around it, right? Like you'd have to like you'd have to like have some like rules where they could use the yardstick. You know what I mean? DS history, like where the kids that don't act out of line, they get fucking
kids that act a fool.
Right. You would need that, I think. An e-collar. Oh yeah, we can get Hassan. We can get Hassan.
Just have the Hassan method of punishing children. That's not
That's true. That is
you
so
can be
true.
the teacher.
School caning is good. Maybe. I don't know.
Man.
I haven't thought about it, to be honest.
I don't think at all ever.
But anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it.
It might be. You don't
like
know.
even practically, right? Like even if I'm seriously considering seriously considering like things like genocide, even then it's not really worth it, I don't think.
Not worth it. Yeah, probably not. I'd say no.
Well, it depends, right? So it's like if it's a group that wants to kill us like really bad, like they hate us. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Who the fuck is leaflit?
I'm gonna be 100% real. Like we meme about Israel and stuff, but I'm gonna be real. Like if I was Israel too, I would also want to blow up everybody. I'm just being honest. Like
see, but the thing is, she says this, but somehow leaves out Iran, which quite literally wants to kill us. I mean, I'm not for genociding them, but the regime definitely needs to go, or something needs to happen in order to fix that problem. Not sure how she got to the Jews, but I mean, what about Iran that is constantly saying death to America? I feel like they would be the first thing that comes to mind.
They keep attacking, they keep shooting rockets. Like, dude, if I were Israel, I would fucking blow everybody up. Like,
okay, so when she says blow everybody up, she is talking about like Iran and Hezbollah, etc. It sounds like. Okay.
I'm just saying, as much as we criticize Israel, like if United States was Israel and like they were shooting rockets at me and like
see she why does she keep saying they? She means Iran and Hezbollah, and then if there were terrorists constantly launching rockets at the US of A, we would not put up with it. Absolutely not.
Trying to, do terrorist attacks, I would glass the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm not saying that either way, but
I can kind of
like
understand.
At least the terrorists, the terrorists need to go.
Terry fatigue, yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not even Terry fatigue. It's like, how do I explain it?
I mean, it is.
I'm just tired of pussies. You know what I mean? Like we live in this world, this like kumbaya world of pussies, like where it's like, bro, they're stabbing people in the streets. They're doing terrorist attacks, 250,000 cases of rape. And like, we're like, oh, but like the sensitivities and, but I don't want to be a bad person. Like, bro, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
but sir, I'm very sorry to tell you this, but you're being suspected of doing a horrible thing to little girls. I'm so sorry. This must be so hard for you to hear. But we do have to take you to prison, because you might have done something horrible to the little girl, and there's a lot of evidence that you did. I'm so sorry. Well, are you sorry to the little girl? No, not at all. Screw her. I don't care about her. The predators are the real victims in all this. It's so very sad. Right, mate? I think I meant Australian there. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
And like I kind of feel crazy, right? Like I feel crazy because I'm like, dude, this is fucking insane. This is insane right now, right? It's like I can't be the only one thinking this. Those pussies are just psychopaths. Yes, but they're psychopaths that are in charge. Like, they're psychopaths that are in charge. You can't debate them. Stop debating them and start kicking ass. You can't debate them, dude. It's like a fucking like debating them is like playing chess with a pigeon.
Can't debate
It's
guns.
like literally pointless. It's literally pointless, right? Like, I'm gonna be real, dude. If you wanted to end like all of this Middle East shit, like you want to know the solution, I'm gonna be real. You want to know the solution? You get both of them together and you say, okay, guys, like, listen.
Go at it.
And this is like America. Like, if I'm America, okay, I'd be like, all right, Israel and all of the Middle East places. All right, listen up. I'm gonna back up for a second, and I'm gonna walk into that corner.
I'm gonna close my eyes. You do whatever you want.
I'm gonna turn around, and I'm gonna count to 20. And I ain't seen nothing for the 20 seconds. I ain't seen nothing.
Just do whatever you want. Solve this however you want, and then whatever happens happens.
Okay. Now, can you guys just like just fight it out already? You know, just.
And
I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see it. You guys. Let's just handle this right now, okay, guys?
But at the same time, there is the fact that a lot of the Muslim or Islamic countries in that area did support Iran and didn't want anything bad to happen to them. Though I do think that sentiment is changing now with the war, especially with the fact that Iran keeps attacking their supposed allies.
You guys, whatever you want to
Stupidly so.
do, you just do it. I'm not gonna lie.
To save that young
That would solve it. It'd be over.
man in that particular case,
It'd be
well,
over the
Carmelo
rest of
Anthony
history.
ditched the knife and ran away because guess what? Carmelo Anthony was trying to get away with murder. Rick Chow was not trying to actually kill somebody and only shot someone. Again, according to what we found out.
Well, the problem is, like, honestly, at least from my point of view, they're never gonna get along. They're never gonna get along. They're
If you get rid of enough IRGC members, they might.
never going to. They're gonna hate each other forever. They're gonna keep trying to kill each other forever. It's just like, what are?
Yeah, it's so ridiculous too, because you just keep having Iran fund terrorists, and we're like, oh yeah, I guess it's not you doing the terrorist activities. It's the terrorists you keep giving money to, your contractors. So it's totally not you. Guess there's nothing we can do about that.
What are we doing? Why are we making this last longer? Why are we making this last longer and form all of this resentment against us? Like, it's just
Exactly.
you go do your Middle East thing, you know, you go play fucking Counter-Strike or whatever
Counter-Strike.
on your own. You have a little
And your
battlefield
AI
moment.
Counter-Strike.
The court, although we don't have video of this part, so if you want to dispute it, it's totally fine. I think it's a little bit ridiculous based on the circumstances, but you can make an argument for it. Somebody who wanted to defend himself and then ended up trying to save the life of the person that he thought was about to murder his son.
A man who actually had his life threatened.
Dude, I'm so
by two
cracked
big-ass
out
white
right
boys.
now, dude. Like,
It was
what
me,
is
I stabbed
this?
both.
What is this video even? What is this video? We've been talking for like an hour, and this is a 20-minute video.
Yep.
What's
Yep.
happening? How do you even edit this shit, dude? You hear me? You hear me, YouTube? How do you even edit this shit? I don't know how you edit
I
anything.
question my life choices every day, then remember I have a mortgage to pay.
Anymore.
Right.
But free Carmelo Anthony, man. He ain't do shit to nobody.
But again, the depravity of this individual is unparalleled. Of course, he's talking about how both brothers should have been murdered in this particular case.
Oh my
again,
gosh.
there was no...
What vile people.
So your solution is like free Carmelo Anthony should have murdered both of them?
Yeah. So it's murder, but you know, more murder should have happened, and also don't send the murderer to prison.
Oh man, dude. What is even America anymore? Like, am I wrong? Like, what is it? What is
America
America?
is
I don't
silly
even
right
know
now.
anymore. Like, what is it?
We need to be a serious country again.
What is it? I have nothing in common with these people. What are we doing?
No justification for Carmelo Anthony's actions at all, even a little bit. If the races were reversed, I'd be saying
Melting
the same
pot of
exact
shit
thing
is what it
about this
is.
particular case. And
It's like a fucking stew where you just threw everything in there without even thinking about it. You're like, you know what? It's time to make some. It's time to make some stew. Like, what do we throw in there?
Type of
I don't know.
melting
Let's put
pot,
some fish in
perhaps.
there. Let's throw some fish, and then let's throw in some pears, and then maybe we'll.
Guys, I need to make my monkey bread again. Monkey bread's so good. It's been a while since I've made it. And then like I add caramel in there as well, caramel. I melt some caramel down, and then you have like this nice caramel sauce to put over the monkey bread. It's so good. I need to make monkey bread again.
Add a little bit of like a beef lamb, some strawberries. Just throw like fucking everything in there, man. Let's throw in some cactus. Yeah, whole ass
Cacti
pizza
juice.
in there. How did they think this was a good idea?
I like pizza though.
How did they
You can throw
think
the
that
pizza
this
in there.
melting pot bullshit, like unmitigated, was like a good idea? Like, how did anybody think this was a good idea? Oh my god, bro.
I wonder if this is late at night. She seems very tired. Fair enough.
I'm
though.
not even that smart, and these I'm fucking retarded, bro. And it's like,
all these people
just
would
fell
be
asleep.
against, again, the white person, and they would never want him to get off on self-defense in the same way that they're trying to argue for it in this particular case. They have no morality, and of course, this is based on their high racial bias. This is known by multiple different studies that black people are the most racist.
How racial groups rate each other. So, mean ratings of blacks, Asians, right. What is this? Mean ratings of Asians. Mean rating. Are there like two different types of Asians? It's got to be two different types of Asians, right? Unless there's a typo? Why do they have the same thing twice? I don't know. It could be two different types of Asians. I don't understand. So, basically how they rate each other. This is all about average, it seems. Then here you have black people rating white people very lowly. Blacks, they rate themselves a lot higher than everyone else, quite a bit lower, but still above whites. It seems like everybody rates themselves above others. Wait, is this supposed to be Hispanics? Is this supposed to be Hispanics instead of Asians? Because you have four groups. This is Hispanic, not... Oh, I think this is a typo. I think this is a typo. This is supposed to be Hispanics. We found the problem. Yeah, everyone thinks their own race is better.
They hate white.
Dude, look at how much in-group preference they have. Look at, Dude, it's like insane levels. Look at this, the most racist people.
And everybody thinks that white people are the worst in this, which is probably just shows that this was definitely done in a Western country.
The most racist, the racist white people, they're all in one thing, dude.
Her avatar has left the stage.
Honestly, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that this one did. I'm shocked that the black one is so high. This doesn't seem accurate. Source: I'm Asian. Source: I'm Asian, and I have old school Asian family, members. Just doesn't seem right to me, man. Doesn't seem right. Anyway, yeah, dude, if you look here, like statistically, white people are the least racist, and actually black people are the most racist. That's crazy.
At least according to the
That's like I thought Asians would be the most racist, to be honest.
That's why the culture has so much to do with it.
Fascinating.
The absolute most, they see themselves as superior to white people. Again, you can look at this in all the bias charts. They're clear and obvious for everyone to see.
I'm so proud of y'all for killing that white boy.
Oh my gosh,
See,
that's horrendous.
them, y'all.
What the heck, man?
Oh, my only problem is it should happen more. This is why I'm
like, imagine if white people were saying that. This is just disgusting.
Do you know how crazy it would be if all of the white people just got tired of being called racist and being told that they should get killed in the streets?
Who the fuck is leaflit?
Do you know, like, dude? Do you know how bad that would be? It would be very bad. That would be like some fucking The Purge shit, dude.
Right?
To be honest, it would be awful.
I got a problem with my people. It should happen more. We should make a day like every Thursday or every Wednesday
Thursday.
where we just wake up and fuck a white girl or a white boy. Just pick a little girl, smack the shit out of her.
Wow. A little white girl. What is them, and like what's with these people on the left, like with this ideology of targeting children? Like what the heck? And like the most defenseless people, you know, we'll find a white baby and we'll just go at it, you know, is like dude, what the heck? Do you just want people to know how deranged you are? Like what in the world?
You should try doing that in rural Texas. Yeah, maybe they'll bring back some old traditions.
Little boy, snatch it out of him. Oh,
dude, that was dark.
See, like he's like little boys. It's like what on earth is with these people?
That was dark, bro.
Old lady, white, whatever. We should set up a day once a week where we just fuck them up, y'all, until they go back to the mountains. Yeah, last Saturday we just fuck them up. Oh, just cause we wake up, we yawn, we brush our teeth, we wash our face, and we go outside and we just fuck them up. First, that's how we gotta start getting our day started. Can we please pick a day where we just fucking white people up?
And then the confidence you have to record yourself and then put this on the internet for everybody to see this, and you think you're cooking. You think, yeah, this is a great idea. Man, I can't wait till it starts happening. How deranged do you have to be to think this is good? This is so sad, too, that culture is like this, that any part of America is like this. Like, this should not be what we're striving for. This should be something that we're against. This should be something that's easy to call out as evil. And then there's so many people who are like, yeah, that's a good idea. I was like, what on earth? This is sad that people that think that this is completely acceptable, man.
Just beat their ass. Especially old ones. Just beat their ass, the kids. Just beat their ass. See, everybody.
Notice he keeps calling, it's like the little girls, the little boys, the old people. He doesn't want to mess with the men. He doesn't want to mess with like actual adults in their prime. It's like, let's go after the weak ones, the defenseless ones. Like, what on earth?
Get in the comments. Let's set up a day we just where's National White People Day. Seriously, we just beat them up. Just walk up to them in the media. Shit about to change whether they know it or not. They talking all this shit online, this racist shit, but the reality, they gonna have to get out here with us in a minute.
And that's pretty
if you
racist.
said this back in the day, the
Sounds like what you're saying is
entire
pretty
town
racist.
would exile your ass. It'd have been like
keep my name out of your mouth.
Exiled. It's over for you.
I can't wait the day we beat the fuck out these crackers. They don't stand a chance. I just can't wait to take these hands. Oh, it's about to be soon. Good job, y'all. Let's say that we do that to their kids more. I hope their kids rotting in hell. Matter of fact, I wish.
What possesses you to like say this?
Yeah, like what the heck?
Also,
what I
the
was
name,
saying.
the ad on this, at lib or normal.
Live or normal.
But like, what possesses you to say this on Maine? Like, this is insane. With like your face, like your whole ass face there. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, see, and you're putting your own identity behind this. It's like, this is what I believe. I don't mind if people see this. Like, I would not be sad at all if this person, particularly because he is advocating for violence, this is something where it's like, oh, I'm offended at what he's saying. He's literally committing crimes. He's literally saying that he hates white people. Like, I wouldn't mind if he lost his job, if he couldn't get another job. And I mean, that's the game they play with people on the right, right? I'm sure he supports that. So, I mean, if the same thing happens to him, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I'm just saying.
Back in there. That's the day we just beat their ass, y'all. Let's get them.
I said pretty much from day one that the black people that support Carmelo Anthony don't do so because they think he's innocent. They do so because they know he's guilty, and they like what he did. They like that he killed a white person, and this guy is a perfect example of this. And by the way, notice that he says a girl or a boy, so going after white children. Then he says the elderly. Again, these people are cowards through and through, never looking for a fair fight, looking to sucker punch people. And by the way, what is being described right here is the knockout game. So black people, specifically black teenagers, already do this in wildly disproportionate rates. And look at the smile on his face. Look at how happy he is with the concept of attacking random white people. Again, he's so proud of this.
Well, I mean, to be fair, this guy in the background is smiling the whole time too, so he seems pretty happy about it. Though I don't think he's paying attention, so maybe that's why.
He posted it on social media, and we're supposed to pretend like this is a normal person. We're supposed to pretend like living amongst these people with this level of racial hatred is normal.
Chat, you gotta get guns, bro. I'm being real. If you're American and you have the Second Amendment rights, you gotta get some guns, man. You gotta get them.
And acceptable behavior. And a lot of people will say, oh, well, Sean, black people have struggled in the United States of America. And I will respond to that with, I don't care.
Therefore, they struggled. Therefore, it's okay for them to murk people, apparently, right? I disagree. I object.
I just bought a new gun, guys.
Nice.
Like,
show it.
2 days ago. 2 days ago, I bought a new gun. I'll show it to you when I get it.
A little bit, and honestly, the struggle.
It's gonna be a while though, because it's an SPR.
It's gonna be
of
the
black American is completely overstated, especially in the current times that we're in right now in this moment. Let's be clear about something. Black people in the United States of America are the wealthiest black people anywhere in the world. The median household income is something like $56,000. If you go back to Africa and you adjust for purchasing power, the median income in Africa is like $8,000. So the oppression that they're talking about that they're facing right now in the United States of America is doing 8 times better than if they were back in Africa.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, reparations program. Reparations program will will pay you. We'll pay you the reparations, and then you go.
I think he said this is after adjusting for inflation, right? So it's not
to whatever.
It's not just because they get this much because of inflation, but this is after adjusting for inflation, I believe.
Whatever country is your country of origin, we'll just send you back.
Way, that's not even counting all the specific areas of Africa that happen to have more slaves come from there, if we're talking about black people who descended from slaves, because a lot of those areas are even poorer than the average of Africa or the median income of Africa adjusted for purchasing power.
It seems like a good deal. It seems like a good deal. Like, you know, you get your reparations that you wanted, and then you get to go and you get to sing it's a liar.
Yeah,
oh
So yeah, you're outperforming Africans in the United States of America. Black people are doing better here than anywhere else in the world. It is only people who want to promote division and that constantly say that if they're not on par with the white average, therefore it's not good enough, when in reality, white people don't outperform their European ancestors to this degree. Again, they do better in the United States than they do back in Europe, but not to this degree in the United States of America. So yeah, you have the most improved player award in the United States. Let's be clear about that. And again, none of this excuses your absolute moral depravity. And I'm talking specifically, by the way, about these individuals in this video, not black people overall. I've heard a great number of people, black creators, talk about how Carmelo Anthony...
Yeah, you like how this is freaking annoying that you always... That the other side is so racist that, like, in order to... We have to, like, precast defensive buffs by saying, by the way, we aren't talking about all black people, because it's like, obviously we're not.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Yeah, obviously we're not talking about all black people. And it's just, especially the ones on the left that are defending this. And really, it's anyone, whether they're white or black, anyone with this kind of culture of white hatred, just because someone's white, or thinking that someone needs to get away with crimes just because they're black. It doesn't matter the color of their skin, but what does matter is the ideology behind that. Again, the content of their character, not the color of their skin. That's what matters. So I don't even want to really make this about race, but again, it's about the ideology behind it.
Right? Like, you gotta precast defensive buffs because you know these people are gonna go straight for that.
Is guilty, and even those who don't believe the facts or don't look into the facts, typically they don't escalate to the point where they're openly celebrating the murder. But yeah, this is a subset of that population that just gets off on the anti-white hatred. And by the way, this is why those individuals won't be successful in their lives, because they're constantly blaming the amorphous white.
All they do is they blame other people because they can't fucking do anything. Again, we live in a world of magic. Guys, listen, you know, the world that they're complaining about is like the easiest win condition in like the fucking history of the world. Actually, I'm like think about any other time in history being in poverty, how much harder it is to actually beat the game. The win condition right now, like, dude, the amount of resources you have is crazy. Think about this. We live in a world where you can learn any skill for free on the fucking internet.
That's true.
You can learn any skill that you want, anything, even the most obscure bullshit. You can learn it. You have access to all the education in the world. Wikipedia, dude. You know you used to have to buy that shit. I had one of those. The fucking Encyclopedia Britannica. It was a bookshelf full of books. I got one as a hand-me-down. And if you wanted to look up anything, you had to pull it off the shelf and you had to go through the pages and look for it.
Exactly.
You got YouTube.
Now you can just go on the internet.
You
can go on YouTube, Wikipedia. You can just AI everything, you know, look up everything through AI. You can just do that, and it's just that easy.
YouTube, Wikipedia, and all of the guides on the internet. You have so much shit. AI. We live in the world of AI. I already showed you guys that it was crazy. I made $500 today. I made $500.
That's good.
Using AI in like.
Oh, she made
like
money.
An hour?
Let's see. Those racist Frieza shirts sold like hotcakes. Oh, nice. Good job for her.
Oh, you guys missed out on the best merchandise campaign ever.
Interesting.
You missed out on it, guys. So I had a limited run of some merch. It was only up for 1 hour. I only sold it for 1 hour.
Only up for 1 hour.
I made like $500.
Must have been quite limited.
But you guys really missed out on it. Like, it was a limited drop merch, and I'm sorry if you missed out on it. That's just it's just too bad, to be honest, if you missed out on it. But let me show you what you missed out on.
No. Oh yeah. Let's see what it is.
You missed out on the.
That's funny.
You saying monkeys are all the same.
Greatest T-shirt in history. The greatest t-shirt.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, yeah. It was a little special, you know, little special edition, you know what I mean, right here. The special edition.
Is it just the rest of this?
Right?
Oh, it's from Sensu
No,
Clan.
I took it down because I'm not really trying to make money off of it. It's just a meme.
Is this just her selling your merch?
Basically, if you don't know what happened, I was trying to prove that you can make money using AI because people didn't believe me. So I said, I bet you I could make something right now and make some money off of it, like, immediately. And it's like I said, people say, like, well, you have a big audience. I'm pretty sure I could make the same amount. Even if I went fully anonymous. You give me, like, one day on X, I'd make the same amount, if not more. Bite Shorts, thank you so much for the $5 Rumble rant, by the way. Leaflit, give it to me straight. After watching this guy saying, go beat up white kids, as a black person asking, are my people cooked? You know,
I don't think
I really don't know what you could do.
You have to have hope. You have to believe. Again, like, it's not them that determines the future, especially since so many of them aren't even having children. You have to believe and keep working hard, because when you stop working hard, that's when stagnation and rot builds up and it starts to take over. And it's so hard to maintain, because you can't just maintain something. You have to build better. If the moment you stop building is when you start to lose. So you have to keep building better and getting better.
Like, I think, because the problem is, like, if you go against them, like you yourself, I don't really think there's anything you can do about it. Like, the cultural force right now is just like, just too strong, right? I mean, I guess if you all ganged up and you all started to call them, like, the N-word, like, honestly, like, if all of the good black people just, like, kind of grouped up together and, like, went on, like, social media and just started calling them the N-word, like, it might help. But it's kind of like,
see, and that's the thing. It takes so much organization as well. And the people on the left had a lot of help from, like, US aid and everything. They had people from the government, CIA operatives probably, and everything helping them organizing this stuff in order to stir up tensions. And then you don't have that in the other direction on the right, where you have CIA operatives or whatever, US aid helping people on the right to have the same level of organizations. You see these professional protesters going from one event to another that are just unemployed except for their protesting, and you don't have that on the right. And that's why it's so difficult to combat, because you need genuine people doing this. And that's why I'm out here trying to do something, because if we don't, then we lose.
it's like, I don't know if there's enough cultural pressure to, like, kind of like counter it right now. Honestly, that your best bet, to be honest, I think right now, I think it might even be impossible in our lifetimes, maybe. I think your best bet really is to just, like, kind of have kids and then raise them right, and then just pass it down to the next generation and give them the best odds that they possibly could have to succeed. And then that would kind of break out of the thing, you know. That'd be really all you can do, I think. Yeah. As far as, like, right now, it's just so cooked. Like, it's kind of like Yuri Bezmenov, right? Like, he said, it's gonna take like you have to seed, like, an entire generation, and then, like, you have to understand, like,
I think it needs a few
in, like,
generations,
the
but
communist
still,
crop blooming right now. The communist crop is now giving fruit, and even if we kill all of those things, like, we have to all of those plants, we have to, like, take time to, like, sow our own plants, you know. And the communists waited, like, generations, right? This was like a multi-generational cultural attack. So it's gonna take a lot of time to counterforce it, I think, to be honest. That's my honest take on it. But I don't know. I mean, I would be, I mean, obviously I'd be really happy if it was faster, right? Because, like, I'd like everybody to do well, right? Again, like, my tribe isn't based on race. It's based on people that want to...
An ideology. Yeah. I think that's about the end of that. And that was long enough. I might see if we can do one more video. I had more in mind, but man, that's taken so long. It's taken so long. Looks like, oh my gosh, John Bolton went to prison. Let's see. What do I want to do? It's just very close, and I'm getting kind of tired, kind of hungry. Let's see. We might watch this.
We're gonna do this.
Because this is a funny story as well. You have all these people, like, vandalizing the reflecting pool, and it's more than just that. These people are so asinine. They're using this, like, as their political stance that the reflecting pool has to be destroyed.
Because in the last hour, you guys, we had the Secretary of Interior, Doug Burgum, on, and we asked him about the vandals that have come to our capital to basically, and it's not just a reflecting pool, which was what was so fascinating. He talked about what they did with the reflecting pool, but the acts of vandalism and even threats of assassination, all in time for our
And apparently they're also ending the lives of ducks by breaking their necks. It's so sad and horrible. The same people who say that you have to have sympathy and empathy and care about others, like killing or ending the lives of ducks just to prove their point is so disgusting and vile.
our anniversary, our 250th birthday. Here's what he said earlier.
This was part of the original design, the reflecting pool, part of the 1922 Lincoln Memorial. It is part of the monument. So when people are using box cutters to do vandalism on this thing, it's the same as if they were throwing paint on Lincoln's statue in the eyes of the law. So we've had 7 arrests, a number of other citations, 18 police reports with this industrial rubber liner for the first time, because this pool's got 2.5 miles of expansion joints underneath it. So those have been repaired. The liner is working. It's not leaking after the 4th of July. And Charlie, the fence is up partly because it's having the greatest and biggest celebration of fireworks ever for our 250th.
So let me get this straight. So they've cut the liner. They've also been cutting fuel lines around the state fair to try and ruin the state fair that we just saw our own Adam Klotz at. Also writing in blood assassination threats for 8647. Remember the famous Comey in shells reference there. And also, you guys, just around the country. I mean, we just did a story on Carrie Underwood, the very famous country music star. She lined her property with flags, and all these liberals come out and attack her, telling her that she's a white nationalist and that she's participating in performative patriotism. I mean, do the Democrats want to be the party that's against the flag and the celebration of 250, you guys?
I want to show you this.
You really do hope that this is the final death throes of Trump derangement syndrome.
Hopefully.
And that
one would hope.
You've reached the point where the only thing that people can complain about is the idea that you have a guy who wants to beautify the city, restore the monuments, restore things like the reflecting pool. And of course, even more important, although there are few things more important than, I think, preserving our monuments and preserving our history, but also actually reducing the crime rate. Double-digit reduction.
Here, like having this, like that's awful. And apparently it was written in blood or something, or maybe that's one that's not written in blood. I don't know. But why would you think that this is acceptable? And this is the place where you're doing it. You go to a public place and just do it in the reflecting pool. Like the kind of cynicalism that these people have, or cynicism or whatever, is just awful. Like, why would you do this? Like, this isn't the way, this isn't the place, In
violent crimes, in murders, in the nation's capital.
But again, they're the party of peace.
That you can send your children, or you can go to your nation's capital and actually survive with your life is actually probably a really good thing.
I hope they're able to
clean it up. And the idea that it is as dangerous as it is really kind of an appalling thing to consider for for a first world country.
Yeah, he was about to say for a third world country. It's bad for a third world country too. It's something you might expect from there, but still bad for it. And so yeah, just not something you'd really want to see from a first world country either.
You would think too, by the way. Look, if you do not like President Trump, find a way in this country of freedom of speech, and that is one of the cherished rights you have in this country. Find a way to go do that peacefully somewhere, but not vandalizing a national monument, because the National Park Service,
especially when you're inciting violence, like it's completely unnecessary. There was, they're playing Lyrian. That's interesting. Yeah, there was something I wanted to show as well. Something I wanted to show. I forget who did it. Was it an Asmongold video? Yeah, I wanted to see it. I might not have it. Where was it? I might have forgotten where it was. That's so weird. I knew it and then I forgot. But anyway, I think that might be wrapping up today's stream. Thank you for everyone who was watching. We almost did 4 hours. It was just a little bit shy. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for joining. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. 1:30 p.m. is usually when I start streaming on weekends. I will see y'all later. Sayonara later, and goodbye.